Okay. Hey guys. Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm in the study room again here, and I just wanted to make this video kind of to give an update on um what I feel God's plan is for me and what I've had to understand. Um so I already showed you guys in my last live how basically, well, I've tried to get help and that's just not working. And I have to understand that the truth is that God's plan, ever since I was put here on this earth, I believe was for me to die. So this video, I'm sorry, this may be kind of negative. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm just speaking how I feel and what what I personally feel revelation means. So maybe this can help somebody else with understanding and help me as well. um so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to explain everything since a lot of people don't know me. They don't know what I've been through and they just think, oh, I'm just homeless and I chose this lifestyle or something like that. And I'm just going to say everything that I need to say in this video because I am going to die soon. It is ordained by God and it is God's plan, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. I have spent too many years trying to basically force myself to stay alive and to constantly have everybody, mostly everybody in this world who does not want me alive. Ever since I was a child, I've been bullied, I've been harassed, I've been tormented just out of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And that's the thing, is that Revelation mentions that you will be hated. I've been hated my entire life, even by my family, and I know that basically all that I've basically done is prolonged life. But I have died 14 times. I have died and I have been revived by lizard people, and I never should have even been revived. I should never ever have been revived and forced to live. So, starting off with my childhood, I was born to two parents who did not want me. My mother never wanted me. I don't know what the story is. Here's all that I know is I just know that my mother got pregnant to basically trap my father. My father was leaving her and was going to go back to college. And my father told me that my mother only got pregnant with me to trap him and that he never wanted me. He never wanted a child. So my parents never wanted me at all. When my mother was pregnant with me, she drank alcohol, she did not eat. So I am slow. I am basically like half retarded due to that. On top of that, I grew up with my father, who was an alcoholic, and while my mother was at work, my father would terrorize the F out of us, of me and my brother. So my dad never wanted me in the first place. My dad was out of a job and my mom had to go to work. My mom had to take care of everything. And my mom basically knew my dad was molesting me. Yeah, my mom knew. But nothing was done because she's just like, well, I have to work. I've got to put food on the table. So like, you're gonna stay home with your dad, and he's gonna babysit, and it just was a mess. And hey, everybody, hey, what's up? Hey, hope you guys are all doing good. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I went through a lot of abuse because my parents never wanted me, and yeah, basically my dad he would yell all the time. He would drink. He would always have beer. He'd always have cigarettes. And my dad would like, I'm just saying all of everything that's been done to me. I'm just letting this out. My dad has died in March recently, and I'm just letting this all out because I'm gonna die anyway. So I feel like, okay, let me finally let out all the trauma that I've been through. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, I'm okay. I'm just explaining everything that I've been through. Yeah, because I'm going to die and I've never had any chance. I've never had one door open, one miracle, anything. Most people have been through abuse like I have, but they never ever had to live through it their whole life and never, went without a happy ending. I'm not going to get a happy ending. And I understand that, and I realize because, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to keep going through the story, and then I'll I'll hey, what's up, everybody? I'll respond to you guys. So yeah, so my dad and would basically, when my mom was at work, he was probably most likely very angry that he was out of work and my mom was working and he was home. He would drink every day. He would watch sports, and me and my brother would be home alone with him. And he would drink and he would start getting really crazy. So like I said, I was born in the South. So Southern California, yes, it is the South, and it is part of the Bible Belt. So on top of the house being so dysfunctional, we had like flying cockroaches. We were extremely poor. Um, we had to heat the house up with the oven, and I've been poor my whole entire life. Never had anything good. My mom just always made sure to have food on the table. She never wanted us to go hungry or anything like that. But yeah, my dad, I remember, would basically, he was like a drill sergeant when my mom was gone and I was severely abused. My brother was. My dad, I remember one day specifically, like my dad would force these speeches where like he would give these long speeches. He would get drunk, and then if I smiled, and I'm only a kid, if I smiled at all, he would yell, he would scream. It would basically be like he wanted to kill me. So I remember I had to take my teeth and like hold the inside of my cheeks, like bite them like this, like so that I would not smile at all when he was giving these speeches, which was just stupid stuff that a kid would never understand. Same with my mother, like talking about money, talking about stuff that I don't even understand, that doesn't even make sense. So the day that my dad molested me, which he molested me twice, my dad molested me. I was just petting the dog. I was just on the ground minding my own business, petting and playing with the dog. I remember my dad just came out of nowhere. He just started yelling. I don't know for what. I just know that it was a very bad household where it's like anything could just set my dad off. He would yell, he would scream through the hallways, like we were scared of my dad. And yeah, he just ended up just started screaming at me. Um, I don't know. I was just playing with the dog, and then he just started screaming. And he told me, "Oh, like you're not supposed to call the dog this name," because I was calling her Pissy Cleo or something silly, just something so dumb. And then he picked me up, takes me to the fridge, and then next thing I know, he's shoving alcohol down my throat. My dad would get those big 40-ounce bottles of like Miller Lite alcohol, and he shoved that down my throat. Yeah, he was. Yeah. So at the fridge, he shoves all this liquor down my throat. And I remember after that, I felt really, obviously, I was drunk. I was a kid. I didn't know. I just know that like my parents, my dad's family, like they would give us sips of alcohol. Like that's also common in growing up in the South, is incest and alcohol. That's what it is. So my dad would kiss me on the lips. He would have alcohol on his breath. He would have cigarettes on his breath, and that's like what I remember. He would like kiss me on the lips. So after he put all this alcohol down my throat, like shoved it down my throat and saw that I was woozy, he picks me up, takes me to the bedroom, throws me on the bed, and I remember my brother was like banging and banging and banging and banging on the door, trying to like get in. And then it's taken a while for me to be able to talk about this without crying. But I've started talking about it in my 20s. I finally let it out, and I'm letting it again so you guys can hear the full story of why I have brain damage. So once that alcohol was put down my throat at such a young age, my brain forever changed, on top of being molested, the trauma of it. So my dad wouldn't let me get out of the bed, and then took all my clothes off, and then started to molest me. And I remember like everything going black, like I disassociated, and it was like I was in a different thought process or different worlds than what was happening to me to protect myself for survival. But unfortunately, that ended up causing a mental health issue where I didn't know what was a dream and what was reality, because I had to use disassociation to protect myself because my childhood was so bad and so dysfunctional. My mother did not want us to go to LA Unified School, so she put us into Santa Monica School. So she put me into a predominantly Jewish school, like predominantly white schools. because she didn't want us going to LA Unified. She did everything that she could to just keep me away from LA Unified. Like, she didn't want, she actually would say a lot of bad stuff about black people. She didn't want me around black people. She didn't want me going to school with black people. And it's crazy because, like, my mother is supposed to be black, but my mother actually is light skinned. She's now dyed her hair blonde, so she's basically trying to be and look white, which we'll talk about that later. But my mother abused the shit out of me. She obviously knows that my dad molested me. When my dad finished molesting me, my brain was just never right ever since then, ever since alcohol was shoved down my throat. My dad told me if I ever told anybody that he will kill me. And when you're a kid and you get that kind of threat, that is really, really scary. And hey, what's up, Bro Got Bands? Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing good. Sorry, it's just kind of like bothering my stomach to talk about this. So yeah, I ended up gaining a lot of weight after being molested so that I could be able to protect myself so that no man can pick me up and ever do this to me again. And I don't like a man being able to pick me up. I don't like a man touching me. I'm just uncomfortable. Like, ever since I was molested, I've had so many bad things happen to me. It's basically like you just become a target, and it's just like I'm just destroyed from it all. I've just never ever had a chance. And yeah, so basically, once I started to talk in my later life about how my dad molested me, that's when the gang stalking started. That's when they started trying to kill me, and they're still trying to kill me for talking about it. My dad denied doing it, but he also molested my brother. So one day he locked my brother in the bathroom, and I tried to break the door down. But of course, I could not break the door down to get my brother out of there. My brother, unfortunately, isn't strong enough like I am to say that my father molested him. So my father's family is from Louisiana, they're from Texas, and they're from the South, and it's very common for children to be molested in the South. It's a big Christian thing, is incest. My dad is part of the Church of Christ, and he said he grew up with the Church of Christ, and molesting a child and abuse is what Southern Bible Belt Christian values are about, and I'm here to tell you that in this video. That there is a lot of really bad things that happen in the South and growing up in the South. So like, I basically, since I was 13, my goal always is to get to the North, like get somewhere else and move. So yeah, I was molested, and I have brain damage from being molested. I have mental health issues. So I've been diagnosed with mental health issues due to being molested. I have had suicidal thoughts ever since I was a child. And every single day I have prayed for God to end my life and stop me from breathing and stop me from living. My mother prevented me from having friends. My father prevented me from having friends. I still don't have friends. I'm still isolated. I have just been persecuted my whole entire life. There's so much more that has happened to me, but I'm just letting you guys know I never had one chance. I grew up poor. We had to heat the house with the oven. We had nothing. And then in my life as an adult, I'm still in poverty because of the brain damage that I have from being molested and having alcohol shoved down my throat as a child. I basically, I am blessed to not be an alcoholic. I am not an alcoholic. My father does not like that me and my brother smoke weed and that I smoke weed or whatever the hell, but it's like my dad ended up dying from pancreatic cancer, but I do believe that him, something, obviously the true God did because of what he did to me, obviously. My parents were absolute monsters. Both of them have tried to sacrifice me. And hey, Rescue Riker, hey, what's up? Yeah, I think it's the end. I do think it's the end. And I basically, my mother did teach me good values, the good values that I have as a person, but unfortunately my parents were very abusive. Yeah, my parents were boomer parents, and yeah, they were abusive. And I still have trauma. I still can't get help because there's a place here that helps people who've been through incest with therapy and all that, but I can't get any help because I don't have money, so I can't get specialized therapy. So yeah, so I've been gang stalked since 2016. They have tried to murder me. Um and I'm tired of it. I am at a point, guys, where I am at the last time of these people bringing me from the point of death and bringing me back to life. Like it's like they keep on like bringing me to the point of, oh, where I'm at complete rock bottom, and then we'll help you a little bit. It's basically just every single day of my whole entire life, like no one has ever really helped me. Like all it is just like, oh, like, if I get help and it'd be shelter, it's like, oh, just one night at a hotel, or it's just, oh, here's a little bit of food, here's one meal to help you for one day. I'm just so done doing it. I'm done with being in pain. I am in physical pain. I have vaginismus due to being molested, so I can't have a sex life with a man, on top of the fact that every single man just that it seems that I meet just wants to hurt me and just wants to harm me. And yes, it is the end. I have to realize that this is God's plan. Now, I will tell you guys that there was one day that I was abducted by these aliens. Well, actually, it was several days I was abducted by these aliens, and these aliens revived me forcibly when I already had died. I had died 14 fucking times, and I should not even be here. But they just keep on reviving me. They said, you have to live, like you'll just keep on living. Like if I basically the alien told me that I will never die, is what the alien told me. That no matter what I do, I will never die. But I'm going to see that in a few days when I end my life, if that is the case. Because basically when I died, I guess it was accidents. Like I ate tofu one day and then I guess I died in the bathroom floor. I just remember passing out, and then I remember being on this alien ship and this alien was sticking something in my nose, and I have no idea, but I have been forcibly revived in this country. America is a country of slavery. That's what it is. Canada has a better system where there's something called medical assistance in dying, where I can be euthanized and I can be put to sleep comfortably. I can comfortably have my life ended and not be forced to live. But this country, the thing about it is this is a Nazi fascist ran country where they want to force you to live specifically so that they can torture you. That is all that it is about. That is all that it is. They will force you to live in this country for absolutely no reason at all. They don't even want you alive in the first place. They don't want you here, but they want to torture you. That is all that you are being kept alive for. And I am speaking the total, absolute truth. I am speaking the absolute truth, because the truth is I should be able to just press a button and be able to get a lethal injection and be put to sleep. This is why in this country we have so many mass shootings, why there's all this stuff that happens, because when you don't give someone an option, when you try to force somebody to stay alive, it does not, it just ends up not even working like that. So basically, unfortunately, it's like I can't get anything that can just simply put me to sleep so I can die comfortably, like heroin or some kind of other lethal injection or barbiturate or something like that. Because first of all, no drug dealer will sell me any drugs because they hate me because I'm black. So they all want me dead too. No one wants me alive. Not one person wants me alive, but nobody will give me a drug so I can just die comfortably. So for me to die, it's going to have to involve me possibly crashing into a big rig and taking somebody else's life, or it's going to involve a tragedy that could possibly end up involving somebody else, because this country refuses to do what I say and allow me to fucking die when there's absolutely no purpose for me to live. God has never been there for me since I was a child. He let me get molested, let me get this brain damage, so I basically can barely function. There's times that my brain will freeze out, where I have a lot of mental issues, a lot of stuff to where I'm on disability, I'm disabled, and now I have to basically force myself to work so I can be able to make it through and survive everything that has been stolen from me. And there's just no way that it's not even gonna, it just basically is like I should really just end it. So I'm probably gonna have to do that, but I honestly am at a point where I feel like I'm going to die anyways. Every single day I am dying in this heat. I have no air conditioner because my air conditioner was destroyed because this mechanic wanted me dead. They don't want me alive. There is not one person that wants me alive because not one person has tried to help me since this mechanic has destroyed my car. There's not one man that's like, oh, hey, like, can I help you? You know, obviously I don't look good enough. I'm not what they want me to be or whatever. There's just no hope. There's no hope. So, yeah, so I never got a happy ending. I've been homeless for 6 years. And it all isn't my fault. I had two stupid parents who had a kid that they never wanted in the first place. My parents have been involved in stealing money from me. I'm pretty sure that they are the ones who are involved in hacking my tarot channel and stealing thousands of dollars from me so that I can't get a place. And God has still just never done anything. He never answered, never sent any miracle. I never got any happy ending. I know people who haven't even been through half of the abuse that I've been through, and they get a home, they get the blessings, they get everything. And I have followed God, I followed the Bible, but the truth is that what I have had to realize is God does not exist for me. God does not hear me. I am not what God wants. I'm not one of God's favorites. I will never be chosen. I will never be accepted into the club. I can't even go to church because I'm Black. They will not even allow me to go to church. I am not accepted. I am not welcome. So that's how I know the whole religious stuff, all of that, it only works if you are a certain color or if you are what they want you to be. Yeah, I know many Black people who aren't persecuted, but I'm going to talk about the Black people who are persecuted and who are in the position that I am in right now. I hate to be blunt. I hate to be honest. I have been contemplating making this video for a few days now, but I hate to say it. I really hate to be this honest, but I think we all know it. All Black people are going to be killed. We are all going to be killed off. Let's just be fully honest right now in this live and in this video. That is what Rex 84 was created for. Everything in Revelation where it speaks of the fact that you are going to be locked up and you are going to be killed, just accept it. I have accepted it. I have accepted what's coming. I have accepted that I'm going to die. The biggest issue is that for the past years, I want to say decades, I have not allowed myself to die. But then I wonder, if I do commit suicide, is this fucking alien, this reptile creature, going to forcibly revive me? But like I said, we will see in a few days. But the one thing that Black people have to understand is that this is inevitable. This is written in the Bible. This is written in Revelation. That is not speaking to the Christian of this day. The Christians that are all going to churches and all these Christians that have a hotel, have a home, have food, have everything that they need, they are not the ones who are going to be killed off. We are the ones who are going to be getting the guillotine. We are the ones who are going to be being locked up by mass. We are the ones who are going to be killed. If you haven't accepted this now, this live may help you accept that that is what is coming and that is the fact. There are already people in ICE facilities that are being driven to suicide, and they are about to commit suicide. And ever since these people have restarted this gang stalking stuff, restarted all this, the goal is for me to commit suicide. So a lot of the ways that they are going to be killing us off is through suicide. That's how they're going to be doing it. And the one thing about it is this administration has made it to where there's no easy way to commit suicide, because you can't even get pain medication to be able to comfortably ease your pain and be put to sleep. So you no longer have to breathe anymore and live on a planet that does not want you. Everywhere that I go, it does not matter where I go. Anywhere. I am treated as though I am not a citizen. I am treated as though I do not belong there. I am asked why I am there, and I am made to be shown that I do not belong anywhere in this country at all. And I've spoken to other Black people that feel the same. Just like this one Black man I spoke to in Montana, he was in the Army, he's a veteran. He said, I've been everywhere in America. There is not one place in this country that likes Black people. We all know that. We know that Democrats are not on our side and Republicans are not on our side. The goal of everybody is for all of us to die. There's only a few of us left. Black people, we are the smallest population on this entire planet. Black American. Now, Africans, that's a whole different story. Most of y'all have housing. Most of y'all been handed shit. This is strictly for the Black Americans that have been homeless for years, just like I have, and whose plan is for them to die and be locked up. That is what it is. That is what it is. Now, I'm gonna read this Revelation. So I got a Bible thing, and I got a version of this says easy version. I don't know. It's not from the King James Bible. I don't know, but let me just read it. I know that trouble will soon come to you, but do not be afraid. The devil will cause some of you to go to prison. The devil wants to see whether you'll continue to believe in me. As a result, you will suffer for 10 days, but continue to trust me even if you die. I will give you a gift. And then the rest of it, I couldn't fit on this piece of paper, but it is about a crown, the crown of life, and everything like that. The one thing that I'm ready for is I'm done playing this game. I'm done doing this anymore. And I am ready to be with my people that have been murdered off and that are being murdered off today. My people are being locked up. First of all, these people are antagonizing my people. My people are being locked up. And the thing about it is, like I said, I'm just being fully honest that this is inevitable. The goal is to remove all of us. But can I just say it's only Black people? It's basically everybody. It's basically everybody. But Black people we obviously are going to be the first ones to go. I don't know. I mean, I know for me, I don't have anybody. I have not one family member. I have not one friend. Nobody cares about me. Nobody gives a shit about me. God doesn't hear me. God will not send an angel. And that's where I have to realize that God is done with me. This is over. It's the end. I can't get any help. I can't make any online app to get help. God has blocked every single way for me to get money to be able to survive anymore. And I've already done the off-grid stuff. I've done the going off-grid, and I'm going to die anyways. The saddest thing is just the fact that I never got to have love. I'm 35 years old. Never got to have anything. Never got to have a family of my own. Never even got to have my own apartment or anything like that, or just one chance. And not one person has had any care for the fact that I've been abused this bad. But if my skin was a different color, or if I was somebody else, they would care. They would give me a chance with housing, give me a chance with somewhere to stay, and all of that. But it doesn't even matter. So I only have a quarter of a tank of gas. I can't get any help. And I have to realize that all the stuff that it says in Revelation is planned, and it is true. I am going to die soon. There's nothing that I could do about it. There's nothing anybody else can do about it. I have to accept what God's plan is, and other people that are going through what I'm going through have to accept what God's plan is too. It says it right here. It says it right here. It says that you are going to die. You basically, we're going to be put in concentration camps, and this is already happening to the people in these ICE facilities. The next is just for them coming for the rest of the population. But the thing about it is they're doing this covertly. They've done all of this to my car. They've done all this so that I'm in heat stroke every single day, guys. And I'm at a point where I can't take one more day of this heat. I am going to kill myself in 2 days. I wasn't planning to tell anybody. Maybe I'll go live when I kill myself and you guys can see me die. But It just has to be done. I'm tired of living. I'm tired of being forced to live. I'm not happy. I can't be happy. I can't smile anymore. I've had everything stolen from me. I've had my hair even cut by a crazy ex that I had prayed to God to send me a good man, and he sent me an abuser. So my hair will never be the same. I'll never be the same. My weight's not the same. I have lost everything and I have nothing at all to live for. And I know that when I die and when I kill myself, everybody's going to be happy. I just wish that I had heroin, because that way I would at least be able to not suffer and I could just die so easily. So I can't find anybody who can help me with that. I can't find, there's not one person that I can't even talk to anybody or communicate with anybody, because I'm being basically human trafficked and my phone is hacked. I did everything this month to pay for everything, my tire, the cell phone, and it all took my whole entire check, and there's just no way that I can make it anymore. So the one thing that you have to realize why we are poor is because God does not care about Black people. I'm going to be honest. I just don't think that God really cares, because I think the whole goal is that God has forsaken us. God is angry with us. God is angry with us for whatever reason. He has forsaken us. He has forsaken me for sure. I mean, I've been homeless for 6 years with not one chance, not one door opening, no matter how hard I tried. And I am at a point where I just can't handle the pain of sleeping in my car anymore. It's been 6 years, and to see that God has forsaken me so much, I know that it's time for me to end my life. And maybe when I die, I will meet the other Black people that have been slaughtered and have been killed by these fucking racists. But going back to, like I said, how it's not only Black people, there's just so much hatred in this world. And I just can't live in it anymore. I just can't do this anymore. And the thing about it is, you have to understand that this country is ran by Nazis. These are Nazi German fucking garbage pieces of shit that are running this fucking country. And if you go back and you look at history, history is repeating itself. These are fucking Nazis. These are Nazi people, and the only race that they want living is white. You will be killed if you are Asian. You will be killed if you're Black. You're going to be killed if you're Latino, if you're Hispanic. You are not going to be able to live. And we've already seen that. And also, not only that, if you're trans or if you're gay, because I just saw a news story where, like, this guy, he's asking to be called a girl, you know, with the pronoun stuff. And then they just kept on basically fucking with him, and then the cop ended up tasing him and all this really bad stuff, and he just said, please, like, it upsets me this much, can you just please call me the right pronoun? And like, everybody's laughing at like the mental health breakdown that you know, she or, you know, just call someone what they want to be called. Like, it's your job as a cop or whatever. I don't know, I have no idea. I just know that there's just so much hatred, and like, yeah, they're gonna kill off trans people too. They're gonna kill. That's what they did in the Nazi days, or Germany, whatever. They rounded up anyone who was gay or whatever the hell, or a different color or different. And then, yeah, because what I saw them do to that guy, you know, her, what, you know, whatever pronoun, like, that's just so wrong. Like, tasing and like all this, like using pepper spray and stuff. So yeah, so it's inevitable. It's inevitable. And I don't know. I just know that my days are basically, I'm out of time. I'm just trying to drink water, because that's all that I have is just water. I don't really barely have any food. I'm in the Hunger Games, and yeah. And if I try to hold a sign, nobody will help me, because everybody wants me dead because I'm Black. Because my skin color, nobody cares, like, that I have a good heart. Nothing matters other than the outside. That's all that matters, is just the outside, just that I'm Black. My character doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that if I'm a good person, or you know, they hate all Black people. So if you're Black and you believe in Jesus and you believe in all this, like, understand that they'll still hate you anyways. No matter what, they're still not going to help you. And that's why I won't go to church. That's why I don't even take a part in this. Because I actually just called the church and I could tell on the phone that like they don't want me to go to the church. I could tell in the voice. I could tell and feel the hatred. I really could. So just know that, like, the thing about it, guys, is these Christians, these white Christians have never been persecuted ever. They have never been killed off. They have never been harmed. They control every single thing in this country. They control the news, the media, the food. Everything is controlled by them. They're going to say it's controlled by the Jew. No, it's controlled by the white fucking Christian. That's who it's controlled by. And that's who the fuck colonized this shit. That's what the fuck it is. And the thing about it that you have to understand is these people are going to play a game and say, oh, Christians were persecuted and we're going to be getting the guillotine. And they are the ones who are going to be putting you in the guillotine. They're going to say that what they're planning to do to you is going to happen to them, but they're going to murder you. They have all of this shit already set up to kill us all off. All of it is already set up and it's going to be done by the fucking Christian. That's who it's going to be done by. So, you have to understand that Jesus was actually a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. And when Jesus was put on that cross, guess what? Jesus was forsaken by God just like the rest of us. A lot of people don't focus. When Jesus was killed on that cross, what were Jesus's last words before Jesus died? He said it in Hebrew. He said, Sabachthani something, which meant, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then he died. Those were the last words out of his mouth. Those will be the last words out of my mouth when I die too. Those are the last words out of most likely many black men's mouths who've been shot by police, who've been shot and have been murdered by these people. Why have you forsaken me, God? Understand that as a black person, we are forsaken by God. But then what I have to look at is I have to look at Revelation, where it says that all those who have been killed will rise up. So all of the black people right now that are in limbo, that their bodies are waiting, that have been murdered off by police and murdered off by racist white people, their bodies are waiting to rise. So I don't know if the plan is for me to die and for me to rise again, but I have to understand and I have to accept that I am going to die. This is the end. It is over. There is nothing that I can do to try to keep myself alive. God has shown me already. God has not sent any help at all. And by God not sending help, God has shown me, this is it, Kaya. You are coming back to me. God has said, Kaya, you are coming back to me. You are coming home. This is it. This is it. This is God's plan. So if you are in the position that I'm in and you're like fighting to stay alive, just like I am. I mean, I went to the job, I got shown around the pizza place and all that, but I haven't gotten a call back to go start yet. So the thing about it is, here I am, I'm trying to do everything I can for survival, but I have to realize that just isn't God's plan, and that these people are not going to allow you to survive in this matrix. They do not want you. We've already all been shown that. They do not want us here. They do not want us alive. The one thing is they do want to enslave us. They do already have us enslaved. But it's in a more covert way. But the thing is that now this is where they want us all dead. They want me dead. Specifically, they have wanted me dead for years. So I have been shown by God that it is time. I'm ready to transition. I'm 35 years old. I've lived a long enough life, and I know that there's many others of my race who have been killed at this age, who have died at this age, or have even died younger than I am. And, the one thing that I hate is I hate my hair. I hate this because I'm persecuted more with my hair because I don't know if it has to do with the Bible saying, oh, something with hair like lambs. Well, this is why I just want my hair covered up. I want to just put a wig on, but it's too hot to put a wig on. I'm trying to get these braids in my hair because these people have done everything to make me hate everything about myself, to make me hate my hair, hate my skin, hate my body, hate everything about myself, and to not even want to exist. I don't even feel like I want to exist because anywhere I go, I am harassed. I am persecuted by these fucking people, and God has done nothing. So reading Revelation and examining Revelation, I strongly believe that basically it is God's plan to forsake us, and he has forsaken us. That's what I believe. Maybe the fact is that we aren't going to be able to live until we die. Maybe things aren't going to be better until I die. Maybe that's the only way things are going to get better. But I have a plan to commit suicide. I believe it will work. I am hopeful for it. I will no longer have to suffer in pain. I no longer will have to feel. I no longer will have to wake up and live in a world that is so full of hatred towards me when I have done absolutely nothing but just mind my own business. I even try to encourage people. I try to be positive. So, let me get this troll out here. So this is just the kind of stuff that I deal with, is this hacking and all that. So, so that's my story. I've never had anything nice. I've never had anything at all. I've never had one chance. And I am so ready to die. I have absolutely nothing to live for. I have lost everything. And the worst thing is to have lost everything and never be given a chance to have anything. And then to have it where everything, like my appearance, everything is just destroyed. And I am going to kill myself. I can't even get a fucking break. I can't get one break. I can't get in a hotel. But if I had blonde hair and blue eyes, or maybe if I was a black person that they chose to be a part of the club, it really doesn't have anything to do about race. It has to do with, like, if you're chosen to be a part of the club of these Christians. That's the only way that you're ever going to have anything, that they'll help you out. They'll give you money. They'll do whatever. They even give these people drugs. They all get drugs. They all get to fucking get high. They don't ever have to feel shit. They don't ever have to be cold. They don't ever have to be hungry. They don't ever have to be overheated or deal with heat stroke or deal with anything like that. So, that's it, guys. I am ready. I'm ready to transition. And I'm excited for it. I have lived too long. I don't want to live till I'm 90. I don't want to even live I don't want to live any longer. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of people who want to live until they're 90. That's usually reptilians. Like, that's mostly, I will be honest, it's mostly, reptilians. These people are reptilians, and they want to live. They want to prolong life. You want to stop fucking, like, why did you create an opioid epidemic when there never was one in the first place? If people were dying and overdosing, let it fucking be. That's the reason why we are overpopulated and why we have this climate change, because you keep on forcing people to fucking live. And it makes me want to, this is the kind of stuff that makes me want to mass shoot. If I had a gun, I would mass shoot, because of the fact that this country refuses to let me just peacefully go. That's where shit will start to involve, where I will want to involve other people's lives. And I'm just fully raw. I hate to have to be so raw, but I'm just fully raw on how the fuck I feel. And, the thing about it is, these drug dealers, all that these drug dealers will do is they'll just give drugs to people who have kids, like women who have kids and aren't taking care of their kids. Like, that's what I saw a lot of in Billings. Like, this bitch, you have kids and you're on drugs. Like, what the fuck? You have a miracle and you are doing drugs? Like, I've never, ever done drugs. Ever. I've tried drugs, but I've never done drugs. But, being homeless, you get accused of just, people think, oh, why am I homeless? Like, what, am I addicted to a drug? No, I'm not. I'm fucking poor because I can't get a good job or go to college because I have health issues, brain damage from a fucking pedophile Christian father who destroyed my whole entire fucking life, and a crazy ass fucking mother. Two parents who failed. So here I am who never even wanted to be born in the first fucking place. Born to two stupid fucking parents who were poor and never planned out having a child or anything like that. And that's why I'm never going to have a child or have a family. Because I'm not stupid. Why would you have a child when you're poor? Why would you have a fucking child when you're poor? I even know this chick, she was homeless, she got pregnant. Like, what the fuck? Why would you want to have a child poor? Why would you put a child into that life? So my parents, honestly, I don't give a fuck if they die because they never should have even created me in the first place. All they did was create a life for a child to be in poverty since childhood until an adult. And then to go ahead and then steal money from me as an adult because my parents always felt that I owed them something. My mother would say, oh, I have to feed you. I've got to clothe you. Your father's not taking care of anything. And basically like, my mother feels like I owe her like thousands of dollars for taking care of me because she never even wanted me in the first place. My dad never wanted me. That's why he molested me, but he molested my brother too. So yeah, so that's my life. Never met any good man, never saw any good example of me, never, nothing. And when you live 35 years and you never see anything good, you're never given any opportunity. There is not one genuine person that comes towards you and it's all fucking gang stalkers. You will end your life. You will. You will. So, yeah, nobody is going to force me to live anymore and to suffer and to go without food and to go without air conditioning and to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing it anymore. That's what the devil wants. And when I do kill myself, if this devil tries, if you revive me, I'm telling you now, do not resuscitate. If you revive me when I end my life, when I get up, I will, there's going to be something, it's going to involve a lot of fucking people. It will. So what I'm asking calmly in this live is to just be allowed to just let go. If somebody has heroin, if they can get me so like a big bag or something like that to where it's enough to where I can overdose, that's what I would like. Let's just make this simple so there's not a tragedy that involves other people. That's all that I'm asking. And I don't care if this live gets censored. I really don't give a shit. I'm saying how the fuck I feel. I can't afford to live anymore, and you will no longer force me to live. Yeah. So that's what it is. And basically, if God wanted me alive, God would answer, God would send help, God would make a way, but there is no way. And the thing is that when God shows you, when there's a block, a complete block, and there's no way, there's no other way out. And suicide really is not a bad thing. It is a Western ideology that suicide is a bad thing. Suicide is not a bad thing at all. Suicide is transformation. You should look up ancient Egyptian thoughts on suicide. Suicide is accepted. If your life is made impossible and there's just no way to fix it, suicide is the answer. That's why Canada is such a great country, by providing MAID for someone like me who's homeless and disabled and has zero chance of really, honestly, I have sciatica. I can't stand long working. But I got to basically push through it anyways. And then eventually I end up getting burnt out because they're going to work me 7 days a week. And then I just can't do it. There's just no way to do it. There's no way that it's possible. But Canada is a smart country. America is a really bad country. I will be honest that I do have thoughts where I hope that Iran bombs the White House. I hope this country gets bombed. It needs to be blown the fuck up and everybody needs to be incinerated. Everything needs to be incinerated, every building. And I'm just speaking the full on doggone truth to how the fuck I feel. This country needs to be punished. It is not of God and it needs to be punished. I hope that Russia nukes America. I want you to blow this bitch the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The thing about it is it's hard for me to have any care or empathy or sympathy. I have had empathy long enough and it's time for me to remove that empathy. I am tired of having empathy. I am tired of being alive. I am tired of being forced every single day to live and be tortured by some white Nazi fascist supremacist who only wants to keep me here to continue to torture me. I have had enough and I am tired. So that is what is going on, guys. That is what's going on. So I have accepted that this has been God's plan for a while. As I had mentioned, I was abducted, and this alien had told me, well, we've been trying to get you to commit suicide since you were a teenager, that we've wanted you to die because the world is going to end when you die, is what this alien had told me. But the only thing about this fucking alien is I had died 14 times, and I should not even be here. I really should not even be alive. I shouldn't be. Everything was perfectly fine when Obama was in office. Everything was going perfectly fine. I was in the process of transitioning under Obama, but no, this reptilian creature, and they have blue eyes. Oh, yeah, they all have blue eyes. The reptilians, they have blue eyes. They all forcibly revived me and forced me to live, knowing that there is no purpose or anything for me to do here. There's nothing for me to do. There's nothing left. I had the YouTube. They destroyed the YouTube. You know, I have this YouTube, but it's like, well, how am I even going to be able to do this? I paid everything I could to keep the phone on. I had to pay 2 bills. I've had to pay the tire, had to pay the Planet Fitness, and now I can't even go to the gym and go to Planet Fitness to be able to mentally be able to help me, because I can't pay the bill on top of the fact of the annual. That's like $70 this month. I only get a certain fixed income. And yeah, I am absolutely done. So I'm gonna kill myself. This could be my final message, guys. I really don't know. It most likely could be, because I'm at a point where there's just no other option. There's no way out of this. And God is showing me that. God is showing me that it's the end. God is showing me that this is his plan. I'm reading this revelation and reading that this is what God's plan is. I'm no longer going to fight to try to stay alive. There's nothing that I can do to fight to stay alive, because no one will help me. So I am going to die in 2 days with the 95-degree heat. And in my car got up to 121 degrees. There's not one person that cares. There's not one person that has compassion to give a fuck. Summer makes me depressed. I am going to end my life. My air conditioner is destroyed. I can't get any help. And once I die, I will finally no longer have to feel pain and no longer suffer. And I am looking forward to that. I will no longer have to deal with the fact that everything has been stolen from me. Just everything. So, yeah. God made a mistake creating me, and there's nothing that I really can do about it. Somebody even came on here with a comment, and they told me that it's my fault that I don't have food. It's all my fault. Oh, so it's all my fault, basically, that the gas prices got higher, and there's just no way that I can make it. There's no way that I can survive. There's not one person that sees my life as worthy of living or worthy of being alive, and there's just nothing that I really can do. And if there are people that want to help me, they don't have money to help me. There's no way that they can help me, and I can't blame them. They're going through the same circumstances. The only people that want to help me and that can help me don't have any means to help me, and that's not their fault. It's basically all the evil are the only ones that have money. So I have to accept that I am going to die, and I am tired. This is the last time that I've been brought to the brink of, like, being brought to the brink of life and death, of just not having anything. I'm done doing it. I am done playing this game. I'm done with this cycle. I'm sick of it. There is no purpose and nothing to go on. Like, what am I here? What the fuck am I here to do? Just every single day go live in a library to get air conditioning, and then, like, there's absolutely, like, no hope. So I guess at this time and point, like with these Hunger Games and this Great Depression, that everybody who they want dead is going to die. and I'm first on the list. I'm going to die first. And yeah, it is what it is. There's nothing that I can do. So yeah, so I know that this is a sad video. I know, but there's no way that I can prevent this, or that I can fight this anymore. You know, so am I scared to die? No, I'm not scared to die. I'm gonna die anyways from the heat. I'm gonna die of heat stroke anyways. My body can't even take any more, so I'm just gonna turn my heater on. Car's already 121 degrees, and if I turn my heater on, I should, if it's on the highest level, I should be dead hopefully within a short amount of time, on top of turning on my propane stove, putting some CO2 in the car, and then on top of that, taking every pill of Seroquel I have, which I have about 400 pills. So hopefully this will end my life painlessly. Hopefully it won't be painful, because I rather would end my life with heroin or Dilaudid or Demerol is how I would prefer to end my life. But obviously I can't get that option, because we have a Nazi German fat white pig in office that took away all pain medication, so that there's no possible way of doing that when I was under the process with Obama. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So for all these years I've been in pain, I've been suffering, I can't even get a fucking break or anything like that. And I just wish I had a gun so I can rob a pharmacy, like, and just get every single one of your fucking pain pills that they're only prescribed to white people. Like, they're only, and the crazy thing about it is, like, with the overdoses, they took away so much information online. The fact that white people will overdose from opioids, but other races not really, because white people have a certain protein within their DNA where they can't even process opium. But they took away all that information online, y'all. Isn't that fucking crazy? They had the Wikipedia. They had specifically what chromosome, what protein they cannot metabolize, and why whites overdose number one on opioids. So the thing about it is, this whole opioid epidemic was only to take away pain medication from blacks, let blacks suffer, let blacks die. But then I saw a story the other day where they had a fentanyl patch that they accidentally gave to a black woman who thought it was a diabetes patch, and she ended up overdosing or something like that. So they'll do shit like that. I guess if they want you to die, they'll I guess I don't know what it is, but all that I know is that I am no longer going to deal with this Nazi torture bullshit game. And the thing about it is, watch. If I'm still alive in the next few days, they're going to most likely send the devil to probably do something to keep me alive. They'll probably send somebody to get me food, or send somebody to do something, or maybe put gas in my car. Maybe they will, but probably not, because the goal is for me to die. But if they do that, all they're doing is just trying to prolong my life, just so that they can keep me here, so that they can keep on torturing me. But I am no longer going to allow that. I am no longer going to allow these people to have control. You're no longer going to breadcrumb me and just give me, you're just giving me like, a little bit of food. Here, get by with this little bit of food. And I did a good godly deed getting her a meal, instead of like helping me with all these people have the means to help. They have the money, they have the resources, but they refuse to do it. And that's why 90% of Christians are going to be destroyed. They're going to die, and they're going to go to hell. You refuse to repent. The Pope has already called out everything that you have done to black people and what you owe. You refuse to repent with the reparations that you owe. You can repent by paying me my goddamn fucking reparations right now, but you refuse to do so. You refuse to do so. And when I die, all I know is that everybody's going to be taken out. Everybody's going to be taken out. Who knows? Maybe the alien was right. Maybe when I do die, maybe this whole world is going to end. I don't know. I have no idea. But this shit is going to end one way or another. I am no longer going to be tortured. I am not putting up with this shit any fucking more. I'm going to go be with God. I am looking for somebody, like I said, that can help me get to God and that can help me get the drugs that I need so that I can peacefully transition. I need somebody who actually is of God. But the thing about it is these gang stalkers, they'll send these white Christian gang stalking meth heads. It's all meth people. That's all they do is they just send all meth people towards me. I'm trying to get to the East Coast. I'm trying to get to like New York or get somewhere else because all it is on this coast, all on this whole West Coast is just a bunch of fucking meth heads. I hate stimulants. I hate meth heads. I hate this shit, dog. I cannot stand it. I need to get somewhere where they have a drug that's going to put me to sleep and overdose me. I have tried fentanyl twice, maybe 3 times. And I mixed it with alcohol once and I still didn't die. So I don't know if God has just made it to where I just can't die, but I don't think that's the case. I think I know for a fact that I can overdose. I know I can overdose, but the fact that nobody will help me get what I need. Nobody wants me alive. There is not one person that wants me alive. And I don't understand why they just can't give me the drugs that I need so I can die. Just give me the drug that I need so I can just get a shot and just die and just overdose. So what I'm asking is for an angel. I'm just going to ask for everything that I need in this video. I am asking for an angel that can get me heroin, get me a needle so that I can shoot up something that can just put me to sleep. That's all that I'm asking for. So that I don't have to feel pain anymore and that I could just painlessly go to sleep and painlessly die. I don't want to have to kill myself through turning on my heater, turning on my propane stove. Can somebody just please let me be able to die comfortably? That's all that I'm asking in this video. Yeah, that's all I'm hoping. So maybe God will send an angel. Maybe he will. I don't know. But to me, a good person would be somebody who wants to put somebody who's suffering and in so much pain out of their misery. Anybody who is involved right now in forcing me to stay alive, but not giving me the proper means to stay alive, which would be a place to stay, help with my vehicle, all the things that these people have worked to destroy and steal from me and take from me and make sure that I never had. Basically, if somebody is willing to do the right thing and allow me to peacefully go, that is where I know that God has answered me. I will know that God has answered me when he sends me somebody who will give me heroin so that I can be able to just go. That's when I'll know. I don't want to wake up. Every morning I wake up angry for my whole entire life. I've woken up angry that I am alive in the morning, that I'm awake. Every time that these piece of shit fucking aliens revive me and force me to live, reptilians actually is what they were. I am fucking mad. And like I said, I don't ever want to do anything that involves where there's a tragedy that is going to involve other people. But the thing about it is, as I'm saying, the longer you force somebody to stay alive, who first of all, I'm not even supposed to be here. There's no reason for me to be here. But when you give me no option to go, if I have to do something, like if I have to get into a shootout with police, or if I have to do this, if I have to involve other lives, I will. Because it is these lives that have done absolutely nothing to help my comfort, to help me be able to at least just have any comfort. All of these homeless people get drugs. They all have friends. They all get to have a little community and get drugs. I don't get shit. I don't have any help because nobody will help me with drugs because I'm black. Nobody will deal me a drug. So I don't get to be on meth like everybody else and get to, have a break and not have to deal with feeling all the pain that I'm in every single day, feeling every single day with fucking no food, having to feel all this shit. And the thing about it is I am at my final fucking point of feeling. If I have to feel one more fucking day, that's why I'm going to kill myself. I can't get one fucking break. I can't even get a hotel to lay down in, and then I can't even get a fucking drug because everybody hates me and nobody wants me to live. And that's where I get to the point where it's like, I just want to shoot everybody up. I want a gun and I want to kill everybody. I really do. I hate to say it. I'm just being fully raw honest. There is no humans with compassion. There's no humans with feelings. And like I said, these drug dealers will give drugs to bitches who have kids and fathers that aren't taking care of their kids. But they won't give someone the drugs like me who has nothing to live for. I have no fucking kids. I have nothing. Why the fuck won't you sell me drugs? Why the fuck won't you? When I have no kid. I don't have a kid. I don't have anything to live for. These people do. That's where you all need to get fucked up. That's where you need to get fucked up. You see somebody here who has nobody, no friends, no family, no fucking kids, nothing. You can't even fucking help me with a fucking drug to get a fucking break. That's why I have no compassion for any human, like mostly any human beings. Like, I don't give a shit if everything blows up tomorrow in front of me and everybody dies. I don't give a fuck. I really don't, because there is not one human that has compassion for me, that has feelings for me, that has any feeling. And I've had feelings for everybody. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore. There are people that have the means to fucking help me and have watched me suffer and just try to fuck me over or whatever, just laugh at me and all that shit. And I am fucking done. I am at my breaking point. I have had enough. I have felt enough. I don't even have I can't even get a cigarette. I can't get a drink. I can't get anything. Nothing. No break, nothing. Nothing. And I am done. I am absolutely done. I am tired of having to fucking feel. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm just so fucking tired. And the thing about it is, like, white people are so lucky because white people don't have to feel. I'm just being fully honest. I have never seen one white person ever have to feel. You don't ever have to feel cold. You don't ever have to feel hungry. You don't ever have to go without food. A homeless white man is in a better position than me because they'll give them $60. They'll give them $120. And they have cigarettes. And they have a drug dealer who can help them with drugs. What do I have? Nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing. So everybody's life is better than mine. Homeless people on the street, life is better than mine. My car don't mean shit. I don't have fucking anything. I have no friends, no connections, fucking nothing. This is why I've lost all hope in humanity. And I have wanted to die for so long, for so many years. I'm just speaking the truth on how the fuck I feel and how I have felt for so long. So, yeah, so basically, I don't know anybody. I've never known anybody with a life as bad as mine or a life that has been as bad as mine and that has never had anything, never had one chance, never got to have love, never got nothing. I don't know anybody whose life has ever been, at least people get to have comfort. Even if they are alone, they get to at least have a home. They get, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm at my full, God has given me more than I can handle for too fucking long without any fucking break. And, it's over. It is completely over. So, I'm sorry if I made anybody uncomfortable with this live. I'm just speaking how I feel. Everybody will always have more than me. Like I said, white people are lucky. Like even homeless white people less than me. They'll have a hotel. They'll have an RV. They'll always have more. They'll always have comfort. They'll always have friends. They'll always have somebody who can help them. Not for me. Not for me. And the thing about it is, like, I've never, like I said, I've never my entire life seen white people have to live poor or, that's why I hated my mother. I hate that bitch for putting me into an all white school. And then I would watch and see how I was poor living in a house with roaches. And then she would put me in that school. So I had to look at all my friends living rich and, having a nice house and clean house and not having dysfunction with fucking two parents yelling and throwing things and breaking things and all of that. And my mother really failed. She really fucked up everything by putting me in that school and everything. Instead of putting me in a school that I should have been in the first fucking place. So she forced us to lie about our address so that so that she could put us into a predominantly all white school. And she, I believe, is strongly involved in my gang stalking as well. Every single July they do this. They take away all of my money. Every single July they find a way to orchestrate taking my money or fucking with my money or whatever it may be so that I have absolutely nothing and then nobody will help me. Basically, it's like July is the month, I'm like her birthday month. It's basically like every July they're trying to sacrifice me. Every single fucking July. And God still has not removed this fucking bitch. God has removed my dad, which is great. He's a pedophile. He's a fucking rapist. He's trying to kill me. He's shady. He's crooked and corrupt. Now it's just like, why won't God still? So that means that God is working. Yes, God is here, but God still has not done the rest. And I'm waiting for God. Like, are you going to do something? Or are you going to keep allowing these people to try to kill me? Are you going to send anybody to help me? Or am I just going to just kill myself? That's the thing. That's where I'm at. And from what I'm seeing, what God's showing me is it's like, obviously it's the end. It's the full end here. That's what I am fucking seeing. That's what I'm getting. So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm being terrorized so bad that I haven't even cut my nails because I feel like, well, at any point, one of these racist men or these people are stalking me and trying to human traffic me. And I need to have my nails in case if I have to scratch one of them and get the DNA, but it don't even matter because the police are so shady. They're not gonna fucking do anything with my, like, to get the DNA of the people who kill me. So I don't even know why I'm doing this in the first place. You know, basically the plan is for me to either get killed by somebody or for me to die naturally or me to just kill myself. And honestly, there really is just so much evil in this world. There really isn't that many good. I guess it's like the part of the Bible where it says what's bad is good and what's good is bad, whatever it may be. I don't know. Yeah. So, I'm gonna get ready to conclude this live. I have lived nothing but a painful life with no comfort. I've been poor my entire life. I've suffered my entire life. And then the alien tells me that, oh, I'm supposed to be poor and told me I was Mary and all these fucking lies that basically I'm supposed to be poor and that's my destiny, that I have to be poor and stuff like that. But I'm no longer going to live poor anymore. I'm going to kill myself. I would rather die than live like this anymore. I've lived like this for 6 years without any fucking break and any fucking nothing. So this is the end. Yes. Honestly, I've done research on committing suicide this way. It says it's supposed to be painful. So like I said, if somebody can please help me get what I need so I can just go to fucking sleep, would just really be a fucking miracle. That would really be a miracle. Because like I said, I'm going to be wiped out anyways. Let's just go ahead and just end this right now because it already is planned and pre-planned in the Bible. I've already been shown that all Black people are going to be basically killed, except for the ones that are part of the club or, you know, whatever, maybe whatever. So I've been targeted for too long. I have just been through too much. And yeah, God has shown me through the Bible that is what I see about Revelation. And I was speaking to somebody about it earlier, and he said, oh, well, there's nowhere that says that that's for Black people, that's going to be Black people. No, it is. We know it is. We know it is. Who is being murdered in this country? Who is being killed off in this country? Who has never gotten reparations for anything done? Who has no resources? Who has no land? Who has never been given anything in this fucking country? Black Americans. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. That's because we are all wanted dead. We are all wanted gone. Most Black people are homeless because of this fucking agenda, this program, and this whole fucking system. And there's no way to make it better. There's no way to fix it. My sister went to college and she can't even get a job due to racism. So she wasted her time going to college. She spent all this money going to college. Well, my mom paid for it, whatever. And she can't even get a job because, let's see, they don't want Black people in this matrix. They don't want you alive. They don't want you working the job. We see this on the news every single day. And the thing about it is I have to kill myself because there is no way that my people are going to leave this matrix and come into the wilderness with me and live without this devil. It's just never going to happen because a lot of Black people want to stay in this matrix. They want this material. They don't want to live humbly. They don't want to live off the land. They don't want to give up this. They don't want to give up this technology and this designer shit and all this matrix shit. They don't want to give this shit up. They don't want to live primitive. You know, the saddest thing is my people are, you know, when I go in the mountains, I only see white people. I don't ever see my people up there. It's like my people are too sedity and too good to sleep in a tent or sleep on the ground under the stars in a fucking sleeping bag. I don't ever see any Black people. So for me to be somewhere that is healthy for me and that I got to be completely alone, I got to be isolated, I got to be targeted, it just is, this is a mistake. God made a mistake. You cannot put a primitive person with a past life into this life. This was a mistake ever since I was born. Ever since I was born, it's been a mistake. And there's, like I said, there is no way that my people are sorry, these people are, okay, I don't know what they're doing, but they're just looking, okay, wow, looking at me, whatever. Look, there's just no way that it's going to happen. That I can create a tribe, that I can get my people into the wilderness so that we could be able to live and make it, you know, just off the land and be able to find a way through this. I don't want to go back out there alone. I don't want to go back by myself alone. I don't have a man's help. Men are better at fishing. They're better at hunting. They can do all this shit better. I mean, I speared a fish once, which is hard to do, but it gets hard. You know, and I don't have any help. I don't have any assistance. I don't have anything. And God made a mistake. I am ready to pass on and pass away and go back to my past life where it is no buildings. It is primitive. It is only wood, rock, water, and everything natural. So I am looking forward to when I die for this transition, for me to be able to go back to my past life, to the way that things are supposed to be. No plastics, no, I don't have to live with these people, and it's no people really, and it's a better life, and it's safer and healthier. So God will not have any choice but to take me and put me somewhere else, and whatever it may be. Yeah. So, sorry guys, my nose is just so stopped up from crying and just like, I just felt like oh gosh, you know, like all that phlegm, I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, I'm just at my breaking point now, and yeah. I just don't know what God even put Black people here for in the first place. Like, it's like all God did was just put us here so that we could be tortured. That's all that God put us here for. So that we could be tortured and we could be killed off. And the thing about it is, if you realize and you really analyze and you think about this every single day, that Black people are being tortured the same way that Jesus was. The same exact way. Jesus on the cross, that's a Black man. That's like a Black man being shot. You know, like it's the same shit. And then it's like you can plead to these people, please help, or God, please help, or these people have no empathy, they have no feelings, they want you dead regardless. It don't fucking matter. It doesn't even fucking matter. And God, I think God knows that. I think God has his plan, and he knows, I strongly believe that God knows that obviously he made a mistake. It could be the mistake is that he created us, or it could be, I think it's the mistake is he let these reptilians live. He let them take over this whole entire world. There's too many of them. And what is he doing? He's doing nothing. So like I said, the whole plan is just for me to die. And like I said, I am excited to meet everybody else who is a part of my soul tribe or whatever. I'm excited to meet you and see you and to be with my people who have been slain for being Black as well, and to go rest with them and to go be with them. I am looking forward to it. I don't want to live in this racist world anymore. I don't want to be around these people anymore. I don't want to see them anymore. They have worked to try to kill me. Not one of them has tried to even fix my car after this. Yeah, one of them who worked to destroy my vehicle and to cause my water pump to not work. Not one of them has tried to fucking help me. Not one of them has tried to help me, because the whole goal is this is orchestrated by every single one of these racist white people for me to die. I have accepted that right now I am on the cross. I am up to be crucified. And you could also be going through the same thing where you are up for being crucified. And there's really nothing that can be done because of the fact that you're Black, we are outnumbered, we are not wanted, we don't have any power, and that there's nothing that can be done. So I am accepting this. I'm accepting that it is what it is. And I'm accepting that I have lived long enough torture. And I'm accepting that I'm going to be with God, and I'm going to be with my people, and I'm going to be at peace. And suicide is the right answer. It is the answer. It is the solution. And it is what to do, because God has shown me that no matter what I do, it doesn't matter what I do. I have tried everything. Nothing is ever going to change. Nothing is ever going to change. Ever. And I've already seen that for 6 fucking years. I've seen for 6 years that I'm forsaken and my life does not matter. And when I die, when I'm either killed by one of these people because they hate me so much, which I already am being killed. I already should be dead from all this heat and not having my air conditioner, because the whole goal of this white supremacist Iowan Automotive was for me to die this summer. When I die, I basically I've already had my conversation with God about how he's forsaken me. And when I think about how Jesus died on that cross and how Jesus had cried, God, why have you forsaken me? Like, he had all of his faith in God. He trusted God. He taught people about God. And all God did was just turn his back on them. That was all God did, was turn his back on them. And the thing about it is these white people want to twist it like, oh, Jesus died for our sins. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to sacrifice all Black people to pay for their sins, is what I believe that Christianity is about. That's what I strongly believe. They need to kill us for something. There's something that they have to kill us for. Jesus never signed up to be murdered for people's sins. He never signed up to be put on a fucking cross for people's sins, you sick ass fucking dumb motherfucker. You killed him because he spoke the truth, and you killed him because he was Black and because he was a Jew. That's why you fucking killed him. And that's why they're trying to kill me. Because I refuse to worship Jesus as a God. I will not do it. I do not. I refuse to take a part in idolatry. Yahweh is God. He is the Alpha, Omega, and he is the true God. I am prepared to die for Yahweh, and I know that that is what this is. This persecution by Christians started in April, March, like around that time, like springtime, the spring equinox or whatever it may be. That's when this persecution is started by Christians. But it had already started even before that. They have persecuted me my whole entire life because I refuse to follow idolatry. And you have to understand this. It's not, this isn't only, now we're speaking not only about race, this is not only about race, but this is about me dying for Yahweh. These Christians are going to end my life for Yahweh. And if you realize it, y'all, when I had my tarot channel going, when I was speaking of Yahweh, everything was going well with, my health. Everything was going well. I was in the best shape of my life. I was eating healthy and all that. But once I started to speak about Yahweh, that's when they caused me to lose everything. That's when they hacked my channel. That's when they started, all this stuff. They started coming talking about Jesus, that, Jesus, do that. So my whole entire life, they have tried to force me to believe in Jesus. My father tried to push Jesus on me, but you will not push Jesus on me. I will not allow you to do that. I will not worship him. I will not worship him as a God. And like I said, I have to realize that this is why I'm being persecuted. This is why I will be slain. So you will be slain. If you do not follow Jesus, you will be killed. So now this is the part where I'm talking now about how this, let's take the black part away. Let's take the black part away. If you believe in Yahweh, you will be, these people will kill you. And the thing about it is, I have to realize that, how the Bible, it says about how in persecution, take, pride in the fact that you're being persecuted, that you're, they're trying to kill you off, this and that. And the thing that I have to realize is that usually you're persecuted when you do the right thing. And if I were to just bow down and follow Jesus, like something that, to do what they want and to be a slave, go to their church, be taken away from the sun and outdoors and all of that, to go sit in their church and talk about Jesus instead of really experiencing God, that is where, they want me gone. Because I'm going against what this system wants. I'm going against what this matrix wants. You want me to work a 7-day job and then to take my only day off, a Sunday, to go to a church, to wake up and play fake Christian with you? Bitch, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Nope. And if you think about it, when you follow the law of Moses and you basically, I don't denounce Jesus. Jesus, like I said, Jesus is a great man, but when you focus more on the Old Testament, it seems like this is where this persecution is starting, because they even told me, they said that I was going to go to hell with the Jews for not following their New Testament. But I know that there's something wrong with this whole Jesus, their Jesus. I don't like it. It's not really what it's about. And I feel like it's all twisted. Their shit is all twisted. Jesus was a homeless man, he was a nomad, and he was a black man. Jesus also begged. He also, went to the fountain. He would ask that woman for water. He would get food. People would feed him, that he would help and stuff like that. He traveled. He had to move around because he was homeless and he was being persecuted and shit like that, just like me. Just like me. So, understand that this country, if you do not believe in Jesus, if you don't go to church on Sunday, if you're not a part of this organization and you're not trying to bow down and do what they want, you will be murdered. They will get you to lose everything like they've worked to do to me. I have to realize that this is where it comes in, where there, going to Revelation, which I know is a part of the Old Testament, but where it says, stay faithful unto me, even unto death. So this means that when these people really, they already are trying to kill me. But when it really comes to where they have a sword at my neck, if somebody put a knife to my neck and said, well, do you believe in Jesus? And if I say, I will say no, and they will most likely guillotine me or cut my head off. And I am ready and prepared for that day. I am completely ready and prepared for that day. Like I said, I am prepared to die for Yahweh. I know that I am in the process of persecution where I am flagged for not being a Christian, not believing in their Jesus, not following their way and what they believe in, or whatever it may be, So, yeah. So that's what it is. And, I just want to just say that my whole entire life, this is what being a Jew is. This is what persecution is. I mean, can I say God has protected me? Yes, God has protected me. Yahweh has protected me in ways that he has not protected these people. I don't want it though. I want to die. I want Yahweh to let me die and let me just go. But he has protected me. There's been times where there's more than, many times that I should be dead. For 6 years living in the wilderness, I've never had a bear attack me. I've never had a mountain lion attack me like they attack these people. So I have obviously some sort of protection. I remember this lady telling me, well, like, you're lucky, like you're in the woods and damn, like you're like protected, like you don't have any mountain lions coming after you or bears, but they come after these people, but they don't come after me. On top of the fact that I can live all winter round in the winter in negative temps and I'm still alive. I'm still alive with the fact that I'm in 100 degrees in the sun, nothing. So I don't know if the goal, here's what I'm just trying to understand. What was the goal of this white supremacist mechanic? Was the goal of this white supremacist mechanic to destroy my vehicle in hopes that I would die of heat stroke? Because the thing about it is we already know what's coming. We know that these people Yahweh's going to take away all of these people's power. They're not going to have any air conditioning. The thing about it is I wonder if I should just still stay alive, if I should not kill myself so that I can see if Yahweh is actually going to come through and actually going to do something. To see if Yahweh is coming soon, is going to shut all their technology off. And I have to see this white supremacist devil die without air conditioning. Because I know for a fact that the way that I've had to drive around in my vehicle with no air conditioner in 100 degrees, I know that somebody white would not survive that for about 5 minutes. They would be dead with heat stroke on the side of the road because I almost have gotten into car accidents with how hot I am. But now my body's like used to it. So the thing about it is my body can adapt to any temperature on this earth, anything. But someone, unfortunately, I hate to say this, I'm not saying for all white people, I'm just saying the truth that like this Iowa Automotive who did this shit to my car, you're not going to survive once your air conditioner is cut off. You're going to lose everything. And Yahweh, I strongly believe that Yahweh, I'm trying to keep the faith that he is going to come and he's finally going to shut off everything that these people have. So I don't know if this white supremacist mechanic did this to my car specifically because they know that they are about to be burned. They know that they are about to lose everything that they have. And they want to see maybe it's just to see if I die, maybe that's what it is. I don't know what it is. What do you guys think it is? Because these people already know that I'm original to this planet. These people already know that I can survive. These people already know that I'm not going to die from the hot. I'm not going to die from the cold. They are, though. So I don't understand what the whole point of this was. That's what I don't understand was what was the whole point of this? Was it just like what do these people think this is? Like what was the whole, like I'm just trying to figure out what was the whole fucking point of breaking my air conditioner. But I know that these white people are about to lose everything. I hate to say it. You are going to lose your air conditioner. You are going to lose everything that you have that you feel is protecting you. You are going to lose your microwave. You're going to lose your oven. You are going to lose everything. And the thing about it is you have to understand that these people are alien. They are not original to this planet. And the thing about it is I hope to God, I let it get hotter, let it get to 120 degrees, because I'm going to watch and I'm going to see these people die. They're going to die. And so maybe I should stay alive. Maybe I should wait so I can see Yahweh's judgment for these people. So I already see now how, it's basically like a warning, like Billings, Montana got 116 degrees and it's hot enough to kill these people. But right now, these people have this illusion. See, the thing is, these people are alien. They're not really from this earth anyways. So when they came to this earth, they had to create air conditioning because they are not able to survive this natural environment. So by creating air conditioning, which is it's an alien thing. It is alien. These white people, I hate to say it, they're not going to survive. They will not survive also without a heater. And the cold, they really can't survive the cold either. You may think, oh, like, yeah, the mountains, there's, you know, they can't survive that either. There is nobody that I know that can survive what I have had to live through for 6 years. I've been outside in -25. Yeah, I slept in my car. This cop was trying to get me to go stay in you know, it was a heater in there, this train station. I'm like, no, I'm just staying in my car, and I'm perfectly fine. You know, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, and all that. And the thing about it is, Iwan really didn't do. He didn't do what he thought that this was gonna do with my vehicle. He didn't think, oh well, you know, she's gonna survive or whatever. You know, I'm still gonna live. The only thing about it is, like I said, I'm tired of being forced to live. I'm tired of living with these people, and all I want to do is just be. I don't want to be here anymore. I want God to handle this situation. I want him to do something about it. And yeah. So the thing is, either I could either just die, or either God can help me in some kind of way. He can remove these people so he can either make it so I can live primitive and remove these people off of this land so that I can build my shit, build a house, build, you know, without their government bullshit. He could either get rid of them. He could either get me a house. I don't know, but I just know that there's so many things that should be done here. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should try to stay alive? Should I try to keep myself alive, or should I just go ahead and just end it all? Because this is unlivable. I'm tired of living with these fucking things. They walk around in human form, and none of them are human. They're all fucking reptilians. Wahoo. Wahoo. Right now, for the reptilians that are watching me, wahoo. 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 Yeah. If they're for all the ones that have watched my channel, that have been stalking me and putting these bad comments and all that, you know, so basically it's almost like here I am where I've lived this peaceful past life in the desert, an ocean to swim, my tribe, beautifully built ancient civilization, forcibly reincarnated by a white devil who wanted to put me here purposefully so that they can maliciously and forcibly breed me and use my DNA. That's all that I was put here for. So I was pulled from, so what they did was they took my spirit forcibly out of, it's a realm, and I don't know the name of it. It's basically like limbo. Like I don't know. It's where it's a white room and they have control. They have these computers and shit like that. And they forcibly woke me up from my rest. I was never supposed to be reincarnated, and I never was supposed to be put back here again. I've already lived my life. There was no reason why I was supposed to be reincarnated, but they illegally reincarnated me. And I don't know where Yahweh is. I don't know where Yahweh is. I have been held hostage. I have been awakened from my rest. I am an ancient being who never was supposed to be reincarnated. And that's the kind of thing, that is where I want to unleash. Like, I swear, I wish that I had a nuclear bomb. I wish I had a nuclear bomb. I really do. This is where I want to unleash. I want to blow up this whole entire world. I do. Because of how angry I am, that I am a spirit, a restless spirit that has been put here forcibly for absolutely no reason other than to just be tortured. And this is how you know that they like to torture. There's certain people that they want to torture. I'm not the only one who has been forcibly reincarnated. It's not only just me. It's others. It's others that have been forcibly reincarnated. And this is what they've done to black women, is they have forcibly bred black women, forcibly bred me, forcibly have worked to force me to have kids. This is why I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files, because the Epstein files are in part with the UFO files. The UFO files are the main thing that needs to come out, because the UFO files fucking correlate to those Epstein files in the fact that these are human flesh and organ eating fucking reptilians. But once it started to come out about Ellen DeGeneres and all these people, cannibal stuff, and then if you notice, shortly after the stuff started to come out about them eating humans and eating human flesh, That's when the UFO files, that's when it's like, okay, the UFO files and Obama and Trump's trying to talk shit about Obama. Because under Obama, none of this alien information was censored. Once Trump got into office, all of it was censored. I could see the exact Archon reptilian that abducted me. I could see the photo, the exact photo of what this creature was that abducted me. Every single alien information website is gone with true alien information. Every bit of the true picture. So if you type in an Archon reptilian on Google right now, they're going to show you something that ain't even what it is. That ain't even what it is at all. But years ago when Obama was in office, I could look on Google and I saw the exact picture of the Archon reptilian. They have black spikes. They've got like black horns, these like black horns coming out of their hands and their head. They're red and they have blue eyes. These reptilians all mostly have blue eyes. Some of them will have like a green hazel eyes or whatever, but they have blue eyes. Blue fucking eyes. This is why mostly people with blue eyes attack me, because they are fucking reptilians. They are not human. I'm not saying all people with blue eyes though, because I think some people with blue eyes are Nordics. So I can't really speak on that, but I know that a lot of these motherfuckers with blue eyes are reptilians. I have top classified alien information. I have information that I am not supposed to have. This is why these people have been trying to kill me ever since I started to expose it. And, if I have to expose it again on this channel, I'm exposing how I've been molested by my own father. I expose, if I talk about any of this stuff, they have tried to fucking kill me repeatedly. They put a hit on my name, target on my name, and I am tired. And my mother, her hating me and her abuse towards me was because of the fact that she knows that my dad molested me. And the biggest thing that they do is they try to label me crazy. They say I'm crazy and all of this stuff. Oh, I'm mentally ill. And that's all the stuff that they all say about me, so that they can discredit the fact that they have illegally abducted me. They have raped me. They have sexually assaulted me. They have done so much illegal stuff to me that they've been able to get away with due to basically the fact that there's a mental health label on me. And I can't deny, okay, I have mental health issues. I have depression. I was molested by my father. I've never been given one chance in life. I've never had any chance. These people have been gang stalking me. Anytime I get a job or anytime I get any opportunity or stuff, they try to ruin it. I don't get any chance. And I've never been given one chance to have housing, one chance to just get a leg up and to just live a normal life through all of the pain that I've been through. I have chronic pain from being molested. I have vaginismus. So no relationship works out because sex is too painful. My whole entire life has been destroyed since I was a child. And to never have any relief, and to know that there's all these other fucking homeless out here that have been molested and have been through incest, and they get to have drugs every single fucking day. They smoke meth, they get to have meth, they get to have heroin, they get to have drugs, and I don't get that. I don't get that. I've never gotten that. I've never gotten one fucking chance. Ever. I got to try shrooms twice, and that's it. I don't get any fucking break, and that is another reason why I'm going to kill myself. Because all these homeless get to be comfortable. I don't have a hotel either. I don't have anything, and I don't even get to be comfortable. I don't get a break. I don't get any break. And I don't even get pain medication anymore like I should for these conditions and for this pain that I'm in through everything that I've been through. So yeah, that is what's going on. I am permanently damaged. I have brain damage. So for what has been done to me, on top of my mother drinking with me while I was pregnant and doing the shit she was doing while I was pregnant, she was starving herself too. I've got brain damage from that. So on top of that, with my dad shoving the alcohol down my throat at such a young age and all the sips of alcohol that they gave me as a child, I have basically fetal alcohol syndrome. I have mild fetal alcohol syndrome. So there's times I space out. There's times that I'm not cognitively as fast and there's certain jobs that I can't do. There's certain things that I can't do. I have a lot of physical pain throughout my body. I have fibromyalgia from being molested and then watching my mom pull a knife out on my dad and them get into a big fight and like I have a lot of issues. And now my weight is messed up from all the stress that I've been under and my cortisol being high. And I just feel like my everything is over. I'm going to just have to just end it all. I can't move my car. I can't get to where I want to be. I want to just be in the mountains. Everything is just over. Everything is unaffordable to live. And I guess that this is what this Nazi country's plan is, that Donald Trump plan is to kill. First of all, he wants all Black people dead. We've already known that since 2016. He wants all Black people dead. He wants us all gone. So what am I going to do? Where is Yahweh? What is there that we're going to do? All that I know is that it just says, remain faithful unto death. I am going to remain faithful to Yahweh unto death. I've accepted the fact that I'm going to die, whether it be through natural causes, whether it be through these people killing me, whether it be through suicide. And I am not going to allow for them to put a knife to my throat and then try to force me to say that Jesus is God, which is what they are going to try to do. Because the one thing that Yahweh looks down upon is idolatry. Idolatry is a sin. There's really, truthfully, I'm going to be fully honest, that I have truly, really have not met one good Christian. I really haven't. After just this experience with this Presbyterian motherfucker, and I met him at Love's, where that Love shit, where I found that shit with all the communist stuff on it or whatever. Yeah, this thing I found at Love's. Hold on, let me show you guys before I... So this here at Love. So on top of them also like basically putting some shit on my car that this shit was here in the bathroom. This shit was in the bathroom. And it says the Democrat non-compliant attitudes across our nation is communism. 60 plus years ago, CCP, Chinese Communist Party, began its long march through all of America's institutions and has captured the Democrat Party. Citizens, stay engaged. What you can do today: study communism, fly our flag daily. Don't buy made in China. Support non-woke small businesses over big box stores that sell a plethora of China-made items. Reread the U.S. Constitution. Memorize that your rights come from God, not government. This nation belongs to we the people. Mainstream news is ran by domestic communists who are pushing communist propaganda. Consider that you may have beliefs that were wrongfully shaped by this communist influence. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, my thought is, well, we're hearing about communism and fascism. So, yeah, maybe Democrats are communists. Maybe the Republicans are fascists. I don't know. But all I know, I didn't vote last election because I know that both sides want me dead. I already know that. And we already saw that with Biden. You know, Obama was the only president that was a good president. That was the only president that was good. But yeah, Biden's a racist motherfucker. Trump's a racist motherfucker. So I'm not, and I also know Kamala's racist too. She had Black people locked up. So honestly, I know that everybody wants Black people dead. I know it. And that's why I don't put labels on myself. I don't choose a side. I don't do what these people want me to do. I'm not going to comply with anything of this matrix. How about that? How about that? So that's what I found in the bathroom. So there's a lot of something going on. I don't know what's going on, but obviously the goal here is some kind of communism or fascism. And that's why this white supremacist fucked up my vehicle. So the whole goal is to make sure you can't move your car. So this one Chinese girl I spoke to, she had told me that in China there was communism or something, and they take away your car, they'll take away your car. They'll take away your furniture. They'll take away like everything that you own. But what I'm seeing with this presidency is I'm seeing that, first of all, that reflecting pool is all fucked up with algae. Everywhere in this country, the water is all polluted. There's algae. Like this president is doing everything to make everything like China. He basically, what these people do is they like to project. They like to project a lot. There's a lot of like projections on like saying what they're actually doing. So everything that is written down in this is what they are actually doing. Because if you look at these countries like China and all these other foreign countries, like they pollute the water purposefully. And that is what this fucking regime is doing, is purposefully polluting our water, creating all of these data centers so that it's overheated and all of our water is algae and all of it's polluted. So basically, like, I'm at a point now where it's like, first of all, the mountains are destroyed. Basically, we're at a point where the mountains are just about destroyed, where like the water is not good anymore. So my thought always was, okay, well, the mountain survival, okay, like, you know, have good water. Good water's there, you know, but we're not even going to be able to do that anymore, because the whole goal of this communist, this whatever fascist, whatever in office, is to pollute all the water so that when it comes to when shit hits the fan and you need to go to the mountains, that water ain't gonna be good because of this fucking pig in office. So honestly, I just see honestly where it honestly is very dark. This, I don't mean to be so raw, and so I'm just being fully honest in this live. You have to understand that this already has been preset. This already is preset in the. Okay, there's somebody's doing a. This thing like hit the thing. He's playing with this toy and it hit the thing or something, like, and I'm just like, oh, it's funny. Okay. Yeah, it keeps hitting that metal thing. I don't know. This is like, oh well. So yeah, so as I'm saying, like this is all pre-orchestrated. They're taking away all the water. You have to understand that this even goes beyond like just black people. Like this is for everybody. Like they're taking away all the water. They're draining it. They are heating up this country exponentially with climate change that is being caused. But the truth is, a lot of it is God. A lot of it is Yahweh himself that is, I believe, that may be doing this. I don't know. I don't know if it's Yahweh or if it has to do with this is an effect from them putting all these data centers and taking all this water. But I just know that this is preset so that we have no water at all, because these things are aliens. These things are not human. And the thing about it is there's all this like division with race and all this and whatever and stuff. But the truth is that we need water. Hi. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Like echo chambers. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so let me lower my voice because I'm really fired up and I'm really stressed out. Yeah, because it's a small little study room or whatever. But it's just right now I'm just very, very upset and I'm very tired. But as I was saying, this is all preset and pre-planned. For us to all die. But I'm going to die first because I have no protection. I don't have anybody. All that I do have is Yahweh, but I have to understand that this is already pre-planned, pre-written in the Bible and all that. So the waters with the wormwood, whatever they say, like, yeah, the water's all polluted and it's just basically like there's not even going to be any way for survival anyways because of what is being done. These are reptilians. They're not human. All these, Donald Trump is the dragon of Revelation. I've already known that. I've known it ever since he got into office in 2016, that he's the devil, he's the dragon. And that's why his skin turns red. That's why he's red. He's a dragon. And he's an alien. And these people don't need water. Okay? They're not human and they don't need water at all. But we need water. And I don't know if, I mean, basically it's like there's so much racial division and stuff, but then it's kind of like, well, what about human being? Like the fact that like we need water to survive, but like the people that I know that aren't, well, can I even really call them people? The aliens, they're aliens. For instance, like my ex did not drink any water. I know he's a reptilian. I know he's not a human being. I know he's an alien. And I knew that by the fact that he didn't drink any water. So like people who need water, who have to have water to live, they're going to work to kill all of us. But like I said, I am going to be dying first. Those who have less will die first, and yeah, so I have to accept my fate. I am a survivor. I'm a survivalist, but in reality, I mean, my body can survive 2 weeks without food or whatever the limit is, and then I die too. So, yeah. So, um, I am tired. I'm exhausted. And yes, this country is a concentration camp. That's what it is. It's a modern day concentration camp where every single day people are gang stalked, people are tortured, people are hit with energy weapons and all kind of stuff. I've been attacked and I've been assaulted by racist white people. I've never hated white people. I've never done anything to these people. These people have stalked me, harassed me, and targeted me. And I hate to have to bring up race. I hate to have to I hate to have to do it, but it's just like these people will not leave me alone. They will not leave my people alone. They will not stop this harassment, and there's nothing that I can do because they have done everything they can to block my communications, to block me from getting anybody genuine to help me. Yeah, oh sorry, it disconnected, guys. They basically have made it to where I can't even contact anybody genuine. I can't get in contact with my own race. And the hard thing about like even with my own race is like a lot of black people are involved in this gang stalking. They're involved with fucking with me too. They're involved in doing this shit just like my fucking family. So I mean, but it I mean, there's less that are involved. The main people that are gang stalking me, which are mostly white people that gang stalk me. But there are a lot of black people that are not persecuted, that are not going through this. There are a lot because a lot of black people unfortunately have sold their soul for money. They'll sell themselves out there, all of that, and yeah. So they're not going through the persecution that I'm going through. They're not going through all that. So yeah, I just can't connect to anybody. I don't know anybody who's going through what I'm going through. There's no way I can contact anybody because these people have blocked all my communications. Um, Nobody wants to be my friend in person. Like once they see that I'm black and they see my hair, they hate me. They can't stand me. They just look at me with hatred, or I'm just attacked. I'm sent telepathic messages. I don't even feel comfortable even getting food, even going to a food pantry. I lost my appetite anyways. I don't even feel hungry anymore. I don't even eat anymore really. Like I haven't even ate for days. Cause basically like the one thing I guess I don't know. I just have to just thank God that I'm not going through the hunger pains because the hunger pains make me want to end my life. But for some reason, like just one bite of food, 2 bites of food is sustaining me and it's keeping me like full and satiated. Like my stomach doesn't get full. I don't know. I just like it doesn't like I don't get full. Like all I can eat is just like a couple bites of food now because my stomach has shrunk because I'm so stressed out on top of the fact that I don't have money for food. So I got some broccoli and some cheese and some tomatoes from the pantry, and then I cooked that up and made something to eat yesterday, and I just had a few bites of that, and then yeah, that's it. So I don't get meat anymore. I don't really eat anything anymore. I just don't feel hungry. Like I've just like naturally lost my appetite, and I don't know what God is doing, but I just know that I've never felt this way before. Usually I just feel so hungry and then I'm ready. Like, well, that's what was happening the first days is I was going to commit suicide because I'm so hungry and I hate that feeling. But now I just don't feel hungry anymore. I don't have any more appetite. All that I do is I just drink water. So I have this big water bottle, and this is all that I do is I just drink water all day, and that's all that I have. Yeah, so that's all that I have. It's just water, and I just eat like one snack for the day, and then that's it. So I guess that's good. That's a positive that I'm not hungry anymore because I don't have money for food at all. Yeah. So I'm just seeing what my phone's at. Sorry, I have it charging while plugged in, and then it just okay, is this 100%? So I try to keep it plugged in case it ends up dying, like when I'm doing this live. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I just know something big is happening, especially with like finding this thing. Like obviously there's something going on. I don't know, but I just know like I don't know if we're about to be in a civil war, if a civil war is starting or something, but I'm just at a point where like I don't have any more fight left in me. I don't have any more strength anymore for this. I just really don't. Um I don't want there to be a tragedy. I don't. But there is a possibility because I have prayed and prayed and prayed for over a decade for God to just take me back. But he doesn't hear me. And I don't know who else has prayed and they have not had God hear them, but then I have to remember that God has forsaken us. Yes. And in the Bible, they will say in the New Testament, like, oh, you are not forsaken and God loves you and all that. But then, like I said, Jesus was on the cross and he said, God, why have you forsaken me after he was killed? He begged for them to not kill him and all of that. And that's the thing about it. That I believe is the plan. That's the answer. That is the answer to why I am forsaken and why I will be forsaken unto death. And I just have to just realize that this is what it is, that I never was wanted here. Ever. Not even by my parents. There is not one person on this earth that wants me here. That cares if I die tomorrow. And I have to just understand that Yahweh didn't create anybody for me, I guess, that I'm just supposed to die alone by myself. And I'm going to die in the car alone with nothing and never having had anything. And yeah, I would rather just die than deal with any more of this torture. So I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm tired. And like I said, I've gone too long without a break. I've been homeless for so long because nobody wants me alive because I'm black. And people have even laughed at me, like in Montana, this Christian place, Love Inc. And then the other Christian guy that pretended to be my friend, he's like, wow, 6 years, that's a long time to not get help. And like, basically, if I was white, I would get the help that I need to get on my feet and to be able to just have housing, to be able to get Section 8, to be able to get a place. So why shouldn't I kill myself if I have nowhere to stay, I have nowhere to live? Basically, I'm not living, so I might as well just end it all. So I'm just trying to like brainstorm other ways that I could just end my life that aren't going to be painful and that are just going to I just want to just go to sleep. But the only way that I can really think of how it's going to be a painless death is to die from a heroin overdose. But it seems, like I said, like I'm not going to be able to get that. I'm not going to be able to get help with that. So I might end up probably going the other route where maybe I need to just find a way to just get a gun is what I need to do. Is to just strive on just getting a gun next month and then just going the other route, because I feel like, why should I kill myself because some white supremacist is trying to kill me? Why should I end my life? Why shouldn't I get a gun? Why can't I afford a gun? Why can't I have a gun like they have? And I should just be able to just kill these people. But the only thing is, it doesn't really matter because God knows already that we're outnumbered. God knows that he failed, or I don't know if God set this up. I don't know what the fuck God did, but God made it to where we're outnumbered and there's just no hope. We already know that there's no hope. We already know that we're outnumbered. We already know that, like, basically we're all going to die. So I just feel like, well, what's the point anymore? What is the fucking point anymore for me to live anymore in a country, in a place where I'm the only black person, I have no friends, and it doesn't even matter where I go. And then the only thing is, like, I can't stay in Denver where there are black people because I don't have anywhere to stay. I don't have a friend. I can't even connect with my own people, so I have to end it. And like I said, there may be a lot of people that are against suicide and that are against this video and against what I'm saying, but all that I can do is just do with what the circumstances that I have and what God is showing me to do and God is telling me to do. That's all that I can do. Because there's just nothing that can be done. And I have wanted to die since I was a child. I have lived a torturous life. I was molested. I had so much other stuff that has been done to me. And like I said, I don't ever get a break. I don't get to get drugs like these other homeless people who can be able to stay numb and not think about it and not feel. I don't drink. I've never been an alcoholic. I don't get any relief at all. I can't even just get a break in a hotel. And like I said, I am going to possibly most likely not be here in 2 days. So I'll try to go live again tomorrow. And then I'm just getting ready for the end, for the fact that God has forsaken me. But I started to feel so bad about God forsaking me. But like I said, after reading the Bible, reading how God he did forsake Jesus. And I that's where it gives me more of a calmness and more of a sense to realize the fact that God does not hear me. He's not going to hear me. That it is already pre-planned and preordained for me to die. And I have to accept that. I guess for a while I didn't interpret the Bible right. I didn't interpret the fact that, okay, well, Jesus had said once he got killed, once he was dying, his last words, that God, why did you forsake me? Like, that's where I realized why I have been forsaken. Why God no longer hears me, because I am now at that time. It is my time for my crucifixion. It's my time for me to pass on here, because it's pre-planned. So I know that this is sad. I know that the thing is that it is the truth. I just can't fight it. And anyone else who is possibly in a position, I don't know anybody who's in a position like me who has it as bad as me. I don't know anybody who has a life as bad as mine or worse than mine. But if there's anyone who's going through similar or whatever, yeah, just know that it is God's plan to forsake us. It is God's plan for us to die. It really is. And the more it's for me, it's more painful for me to not accept that and for me to not understand that. But now that I understand it and I fully get it, I understand why God doesn't hear me and why God is not going to hear me when I'm killed or when I die, which is coming very soon. So really, maybe go through and go over the Bible and see how God did forsake Jesus. Jesus had no home. He was even talking about how, oh, the horses have homes, the foxes have home, and that's how I feel when I'm out in nature. Like, I look at animals and I think how God hates me so much that, like, he doesn't care about me, that all the animals are so lucky they all have a family. Like the horses. All the animals have a family and I don't, because God hates me so much and I'll never have a kid. I'll never have a family. I never had anything or any chance. And I just think how, like, they all have a home and they all have someone who cares about them, but God has forsaken me and he never will send anything because the plan is for me to die because he's forsaken me. Yeah, so yeah. That's what the Bible story is. I'm just telling you that's so God did forsake Jesus. Jesus was homeless and he had no home. And God is never gonna let me have a chance to have a home. The only way that I'm gonna have a home is when I die and I'm able to rest and I'm not in pain anymore. And I'm not having to suffer anymore, and I'm not having to deal with the fact that I don't have any money to live and to eat and all this stupid stuff that's been created and been put here. So that's how I know that God has that's God's plan. That's how I know that's God's plan and that God has forsaken me. I've seen that God has forsaken me my entire life. There's never one time in my life that I ever felt that God was there, that God got me, that God cared about me, and that God loved me, and that God wanted me to have any of the things that I've needed ever. Ever one day, ever since birth. Like, my brother was favored. So he got a GameCube one year, and then my dad just gave me a bunch of like jackets that were his size that I didn't get anything for Christmas. He gave me like all these jackets, and then my mom just like laughed and said, "Oh, like, I can't believe your dad gave you all these jackets. They don't even fit you. They're like these men's leather jackets." And he gives me that and then buys my brother a GameCube because my parents never fucking wanted me. My dad never wanted me at all. Ever. So, my whole entire life I've lived in poverty. I've never had anything, and I am unfortunately going to die having never got to see a good man, never gotten to have seen anything good in this life, never gotten to have experienced any comfort, a home, and a family. And that's what it is. So I don't know when I'm going live again. I know I told you guys I'm going to go live again tomorrow, but I don't know what's going to happen because I only have a quarter of a tank of gas. And I don't know. I just can't get anywhere. I can't even go to the gym now because I wasn't able to make the payment because I paid the annual fee. I paid all these bills, and it's like, oh, I still don't have money for the bills and then the cost of food and all that. And I just so I never got a happy ending. I guess I was hoped like, oh, I'll meet a good guy or like be able to have a home, like to at least be given one chance. But I'm not. They never gave me one chance in Montana. They don't want me living anywhere in this country. They hate all Black people, and God has forsaken me, so he hasn't sent any help or any home or made any way for me. And so I'm just saying that I find more comfort by reading the Bible and seeing how Jesus had said, God, why did you forsake me? You've forsaken me. Because that's his plan. That is his plan. So, So I hope with this live, I was able to kind of explain everything that I'm going through and why I'm in the position that I'm in. And for people to understand. But then again, there's so many people that are going to come to me, they're going to say it's my fault. And it's my fault I was molested. It's my fault that my father molested me, which when my dad molested me, he did make me feel like it was my fault that I did something bad and that I deserved to be hurt. And that's all everybody does is make me feel like I deserve to be hurt and I don't deserve to have food and that I deserve all this stuff happening to me. So, So, just know that, and this is reality, I'm just speaking reality. God will show you that he has forsaken you. He has forsaken me. There has never been one door that is open, no matter that I follow him and that I'm celibate and that I follow the entire Bible and that I don't steal, I don't kill. I follow the Bible and have done that for years. I've followed him. I've called out to him and done everything right. And that I felt was right, that I felt, from the Bible, but it's just like, it doesn't really matter, because if God doesn't choose you, or if you're not, it doesn't matter. God won't choose when you go, and he's choosing for me to go soon. Yeah, so like I said, it doesn't matter. God has favorites. He has who he chooses and who he wants to live, who he chooses to die. My mom had always said that, like, when God needs you back, that you'll die, and that when God wants you to come back, that you will, because I know I'd always ask, like, oh, why do kids die early and stuff? And she would say, well, because God needs them back and all that. And, yeah, so, I just know that once I finally pass and transition here, that I'll be happy and I'll be able to just not have to suffer anymore. And anybody who wants to see me alive is not good, because you're part of wanting me to stay alive and suffering when I have asked multiple times that I want to go. There is no opportunity or chance for me to ever work because of the disability that I have. To ever get a job that can pay a good amount of money. I couldn't go to college because I didn't have money. There's just no hope. There's no opportunity at all for me. And with discrimination and all that, like, I could be good at something or anything, but it doesn't matter because of discrimination. It really just does not matter. So, like I was saying, the signs that God has forsaken you is going through what I'm going through. I'm going to tell you, like, why I should kill myself, because God has not heard me ever since I was a child. I've been through all this abuse. I never, ever got one door open for housing. I've applied for housing. I tried to save up for housing until the gang stalked me so bad that they caused me to snap. And then I ended up in jail from working 7 days a week and being harassed off the job at night and all day and just all that. And basically, God only wants certain people living, I guess. I don't know. Or it's just this matrix also. They only want certain people in it. And yeah, basically, like, if God opens no doors for you, if you have been homeless for 6 years like I have, like, and no friends, no one to talk to, no help, I'm guessing that's just the point that God has just forsaken you, and it's just time to just end life, which is what I have my whole entire life. I've been isolated because I had a crazy mother who made it so I didn't have friends. And as an adult, I still don't have friends. I'm still picked on. I'm still bullied. I'm still excluded. I'm still isolated. And those are all reasons why I have to kill myself and not being able to get any help, because God has shown me for too long that I should not be here and I should not be alive. And yeah. So yeah, so that's my life. I'm just preparing for the end. I know that they want my car, they want everything, they don't want me alive. There's not one person that will help me. God hasn't sent anybody, and like I said, that's another sign that he has forsaken me, that this is now time for me to go. It's the end. It's the full end. And I've lived such an unhappy life. I've never ever got to feel good. I've never ever got to have anything good or feel happy or have friends or anything. And yeah, so I really thank you all for being with me through all this. But it's inevitable because it's God's plan for me to die. He has forsaken me. There's nothing that I can do to really be able to stay. I did everything I could to keep this phone on. even though I wanted to just get rid of the phone because they've hacked it, because I don't want to lose another platform, because I've lost like every platform to these freaking people hacking my phone, and God still hasn't done one thing to protect me or protect anything that I have or that I try to create. It has let so much money from me be stolen. And yeah. So all the people that you see that have food right now, that have homes, and that everything is going well for, that's the only people that God wants alive. He doesn't care about anybody else. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about the rest of us. He just doesn't care. And I'm just speaking the truth. God has not stepped in to try to help or save any of us. I've tried to save myself. I've tried to do everything I could to get a job. And like I said, there's just no way that I can make it. I don't even have gas to get to the job. I don't have any help. I have no help at all. And yeah. Like I said, I'm done. Basically, I'm done. I've prayed and I've prayed, but God doesn't hear me because God has forsaken me and has forsaken many other people. So I could pray, I could get on my knees and pray, and God doesn't even want me living. And I pray to die, and he still won't even fucking remove me. And it's like, it's clear to me that you don't want me living, because I can't even get a home. I have no fucking friends, no relationship, nothing at all. So why else wouldn't I kill myself if my life isn't even like everybody else's? Like I said, a person who's homeless on foot has a better life than me. They have a community, they have friends, they have drugs, they can make $60 holding a fucking sign. But no matter what I do, I'm hated. I'm hated by this world. But I guess that's what the Bible says, that you're supposed to be hated, and you're supposed to die. That's basically what the Bible says. You will be hated, you will be jailed, you will be killed, and you will die. And then, yeah, just like I said, Jesus had said, "Why did you forsake me, God?" right before he died. So, there's a lot of contradictions in the New Testament where it will say, "Oh, God hasn't forsaken you." No, God is going to forsake you, and you are going to die the same way that Jesus did. He is going to allow you to die. And don't ever believe that Jesus died for anybody's sins. He was murdered purposefully because he was hated, because he was black. He was hated because he spoke the truth. So don't believe all this twisted Christian shit the way that they're twisting shit. And they're going to say, "Oh, Jesus, he gave his life for our sins." He didn't give his life for your fucking sins, bitch. You fucking murdered him. And that's why they're trying to kill me, because they need me for something. They need my organs, or they need whatever they need, whatever it may be that they need. So yeah. Hello. Hey, Alan Buford. Hey, what's up? Hey, thank you. Love you too. Thanks. I love you guys so much. I really do. And what does it say? And believe, stop cursing and what, and believe God, say it out. Well, yeah, I'm just saying how you know, I just had to just realize and analyze that the plan is for me to be forsaken. The same way that, yeah, that God had forsaken Jesus. And yeah, and the story was twisted that he gave himself for sins, for the world's sins. That's a lie. He was killed because he was a Jew, and killed because he didn't do what they want or what they said, or whatever the fuck whatever the F it is. Yeah. And yeah, I cuss. I'm sorry I cuss. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss, but I'm very frustrated. I'm very tired. I've got not one break. I don't get to have what Christians have. I don't get to have a nice home. I don't get to have a nice meal. I don't get to have a shower. I don't get to have a bed. I don't get to have what everyone else has. I don't get to. So just like I was mentioning, just like Jesus said, I wish I had a home, and the foxes all have a den, and this, all that. So yeah. So I'm gonna get ready to go here, guys. I know I was saying I was gonna get ready to go, but don't know if you guys have anything else you wanted to mention or say or anything, but yeah, it's coming to the end, you know. It's at the end because I never was supposed to even be here anyways. I never was supposed to be brought here anyways at all. I never was supposed to be put here anyways, ever. I never was supposed to. I had already lived. I'm not supposed to even be reincarnated. And when you do that, that's how you end up with like haunted. Like when I die, everything's going to be haunted because you took a soul. You're forcing a soul to live that does not want to live. I've repeatedly made it clear that I don't want to live. And what's pissing me off the most is the fact that I just can't get a lethal injection and I have to find a way to kill myself another way. And that's where, like I said, I wish I had a nuclear bomb. I wish I had a gun so I could mass shoot. I want to kill this whole matrix. I really want to. I want to cause destruction because of the fact that nobody will just let me die. And the process to get to Canada and the MAID, like they keep pushing MAID back, the medical assistance in dying, that's a program that I need. But in Canada, I hear they just keep pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. And the thing about it is like to know in Canada that they're actually doing the right thing, that they will allow somebody who is homeless and there's no hope for ever really having a chance of having a home or having anything, that you could just be put to sleep. That is a good country. America is a terrorist, Nazi ran country ran by terrorists who want to force you to stay alive so that they can continue to torture you, continue to bring you to the brink of life. And I am so angry that I couldn't have just been born in Canada. I'm angry that there's no way for me to even get to Canada now. And I don't know if they would even accept me for asylum. If I could seek asylum, I would like to seek asylum in Canada. And I would like to get MAID. That's what I was hoping to do when I was in Montana, but the racism there is so extreme. It's basically like they made it so difficult for me to be able to even get anything done, to do anything. But it's like I should have just went to the border of Canada and I should have really just fought to do it. But like I said, the MAID keeps being pushed back. And yeah, this country is the worst country ever. There is not one person that really wants homeless people alive. They don't want me alive at all, and they want me dead. But the thing about it is what this country wants to do is they want to keep you alive so that they can enslave you. They want to put homeless people in camps. They want to be able to torture and do Nazi shit. Canada is actually going to euthanize you and let you just be put to sleep instead of what this country is doing. So I hate this country. I hate it. I hope that Russia nukes this country. I hope it blows and incinerates every single thing up. That's my hope. I hope Iran blows everything. I hope everything gets blown to smithereens, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. I hope that Iran kills Trump. I hope that the White House gets bombed. I hope the shit gets blown up. I really do hope for this whole entire matrix to die. I just want everything to blow up. And that's how I have felt ever since I was a child. Because life has been made so miserable and so horrible for me with no way out, no break, no nothing. And I am absolutely tired. I'm just so tired. So the only way that this is going to get better is if I can find somebody who can give me a lethal injection and just let me just peacefully go. You know, that will just be the only good way. But if not, if I can't find that next month, I'm just going to buy a gun and I'm just going to start shooting. I'm going to buy a gun next month. And honestly, this isn't a threat. This is a fact. If I can't get a drug so somebody's you're either going to sell me a gun or you're going to sell me a drug so that I can be put to sleep and not wake up and go and die painlessly. Or I will buy a gun, and then if I can't buy a gun, I will find another way. I will pull a Wakusha. I will run as many of you people over as possible, or I will find another way to kill as many people as possible. If you refuse to allow me to peacefully go next month, or before the end of this month, there will be carnage. This is not a threat, it is a fact. You will no longer force me to live in this country. You will no longer force me to breathe. You will no longer force me to be alive. And I don't want it to get down like that. So hopefully somebody will just sell me some heroin so that I can overdose and I can go to sleep and no longer have to suffer like this. Hopefully there's a human with compassion that has feelings and that knows that there's no hope, there's no way out for me, that all Black people are going to be murdered anyways, that there's Rex 84. So hopefully there is a compassionate soul out there that will just let me go and knows that it's already over and knows it's the end. Or it's going to be the other way, where I will kill as many humans as possible. Because honestly, there is not one human that has compassion for me or has feelings. And I would love to be able to get a machine gun and do something bigger than the Las Vegas massacre. I want to kill like 400 or 500 people, kill as many people as possible. Because of the fact that you won't let me die. And if you don't let me die, I will kill as many of you as possible. And I'm not speaking to the people who are good, who are, helpful and that are on, but I'm just saying the people who are preventing me from peacefully passing and transitioning, that aren't giving me heroin so that I can just die. That's all I'm asking, is just for one shot that'll hopefully overdose me and I can die. There is going to be a tragedy. Let me go. Let me go. This is the last time that this is at the ends now. And you don't want there to be a tragedy that is going to involve lives, kids, because honestly, I don't have anything to live for. I don't have a kid. I don't have shit to live for. And honestly, with the fact that I've been made an experiment in this country and that I have been forced to have children that have been taken from me for years, I've been made an experiment and forced to have children that were stolen from me. I have absolutely no problem taking a gun and killing somebody's newborn. I'm being fully honest, and I've told people this before in depression chat. I have no problem killing a newborn baby. I don't. I have zero empathy or zero feelings. If I had a gun and I will kill a newborn baby, because of the fact that you forcibly forced me to have kids, forced pregnancy, raped, and then the baby to be stolen from me the minute that it was born. I should go to a nursery and kill every single fucking newborn baby in there. I should. Because of the fact that I'm not able to even have my own family. I'm not able to have my own child. I'm not able to even have anything. And everybody else gets to have something. Yeah, I want to shoot every single fucking one of them. And I do. I really do. And that's because it's just so fucked up. It really is. So all that I want is I just simply want to just go. And I'm asking through this live. I've been on this live for this long, I'm hoping that an angel will come and that will allow me to, with the fentanyl or heroin or something that could kill me, that can overdose me. I've tried fentanyl, and obviously they did something to switch the pill, or they did something to fuck with it so that I would not even feel it, or that I wouldn't overdose, or whatever it may be. I've even combined fentanyl with alcohol. I need something that is enough that can kill a horse, or I need a very high dose of heroin or Dilaudid, something that's going to put me to sleep. And all thanks to Trump, I can't get any pain medication. I can't get anything that I fucking need. And I had pain under Obama, and I had ovarian cysts. I have all these complications from being forced to have children that against my will. And I was prescribed Dilaudid until Donald Trump got into fucking office and got that taken away. So there's no way for me to get any relief for the pain that I'm in. And I overdosed 14 times, I guess, on it. But like I said, these fucking aliens kept reviving me and reviving me and reviving me and forcing me to live. When Obama, like under Obama, everything was perfectly fine. I had my pain medication. I wasn't suffering in pain. And there was no reason why some reptilian creature should have the right to force somebody who's died to live. There is no reason why that should be happening. And hi, Joe Castro. I've been made a experiment. I was put into a breeding program, forcibly put into a breeding program. That's all that I've been used for. So my body is ruined. My boobs sag, my whole body is ruined from having babies against my will, being forced to have kids against my will. But like I said, if I am not given a drug to end my life within a couple days, I am honestly, once I get paid and once I get money, or if I find a way, I don't care. Like I said, there's going to be carnage, there's going to be mayhem where I will take lives. I'm just being fully honest. I will, if I have to, if they do. This is the last time that I'm going to ask. The last time that I pray to God to peacefully allow me to go, to not wake me up in the morning and keep forcing me to live. I will have to do something very bad. And I don't know how to create a bomb. I wish I knew how to do that scientific stuff, because if I knew how to do that scientific stuff, then I would be able to create a drug for myself to be able to at least get some relief from all the pain and all the suffering that I'm in. But I will find a way, if I have to mass murder people, if I am not given a way to be peacefully and painlessly put to sleep with a shot of heroin or with an opioid to put me to sleep, as well as relieve my pain, so that my last moments, I don't have to suffer in pain from everything that's been done to me, and the fact that I've been bred and I have this vaginismus and I have all this pelvic pain and all this pelvic floor pain from everything that's been done to me, because God wasn't watching over me and God wasn't protecting me, and these fucking reptilian aliens told me they were God and did all this bad stuff to me. Oh, that sucks, Joe Castro. Yeah. Yeah, that really hurts. Yeah, because there's certain people that they choose, that they want to make an experiment, and that's lives they want to ruin, and that they want to block from having a family, block from having a home, block from having love and ever having anything. And that's how I know God doesn't want me to live. Because God won't let me have what everybody else has, no matter how hard I try. I can have the same faith as everybody else in Jesus. I can have the same faith in God, the same belief, following the same way and all of that, but it doesn't matter, because God's plan was for me to die in the first place. He had forsaken me. He has forsaken me. And it is what it is. It's all ordained. It's all written. It's written in the Bible. And that's why I'm just telling other people like me and that are going through what I'm going through. And I don't know anybody else who's been homeless for 6 years straight and never been given one opportunity, but I am not wanted alive. I'm not wanted living. I've never been wanted living since I was a child. And it's just going to be a death without, like I said, without any happy ending. Everybody that I know who's been molested and has been through everything that I've been through has gotten to have a happy ending. They got to have a husband. They got to have a family. They got to have a home. They got to have a happy ending, and I never did, and I guess I never will. I'm going to die without that, because God has forsaken me. And my last words of my breath will be the same, just like Jesus. Like, God, why have you forsaken me when I die, which is going to be very soon, because God doesn't hear me, because he's forsaken me. So, yeah. It is what it is. I don't have anything to live for. I don't have any kids. I don't have a home. So like I said, I have nothing to live for. I also have nothing to live for if I have to take hundreds of lives, because of the fact that nobody will just let me die when nobody fucking wants me here. Nobody wants me alive. Nobody wants me to have a home. And if I have to do something, I will. I'll have to, because I've never been given one chance. Well, that's cool, Joe. Well, she's lucky she got to have babies. I never got to. They just forcibly forced me to have babies and then stole them from me, and I've never got to see them again. I was bred forcibly, on top of the fact that I've been molested by my father, raped. My whole entire life has just been torture, and God has never been there one day of it all. He never saw anything done to me. He doesn't care. I never got to at least have loved and lost. I never got to have his family. I never got to have kids. I never got to have a home. No matter how hard I tried, and there was one time I was gonna get a housing opportunity, like an apartment, but that all ended up getting ruined because of what people were doing to me. They were like making it where I couldn't even get the paperwork done. I couldn't. And then on top of that, they put false charges on me so that I had a probation case, so I wasn't even able to get the house. I'm in the apartment in the first place. So, yeah, thanks. I don't want to feel like this, but it's over. God has forsaken me my entire life, but God is showing me now that He's fully forsaken me. He's not reaching His hand out. He's not sending any help and anything, nothing. And I have to understand when God says time is up, that it's time for me to go, and that there's nothing that I can do because of the fact that it's all set up this way. He set it up to where this is the Bible story. Like, oh, the devil is racist and is going to kill everyone who's black, most black people, and that I'm going to die. Like Rex 84, I'm dead. What am I going to do? What are we going to do? I'm outnumbered. So what the fuck am I going to do? Everywhere I go, I'm the only black person. I don't know any other black people. And then I'm looked at like I'm a piece of shit. I'm treated like I'm a piece of shit. Nobody wants to be my fucking friend. Nobody will even fucking help me at all. I can't even connect with my own people. I can't get to fucking Denver. I can't do anything. There's nothing that I can do. And there's nobody that wants me alive. So yeah. She lived on the street for 20 plus years. Oh, wow, that's terrible. Yeah, but she probably most likely had friends that she could sleep on their couch, or had friends and probably had friends that had drugs or something like that. Like, I don't have shit. I don't have fucking anybody. Every other homeless person has a better life than me. They all have friends. They all have drugs. They all have everything that they fucking need. Like, the worst thing is to be alone and to not have any help at all, and to not have anybody to talk to, and to not be able to just get a break. I can't even get a fucking break. It's ridiculous. So I'm at my breaking point. I'm done. And then on top of that, like, now I've had to move, so I can't get my mental health medication. I can't get any help. I can't get anything because of everything that these people have done to me. And then no one's gonna help me. Nobody will help me. I can't get my medication for my anxiety. I'm can't get any help at all. And I am alone, Joe. I wish I wasn't, but I am, because God has forsaken me. He won't send anybody. He won't send a friend. And every time that somebody comes towards me, it's just one of these gang stalkers. That's all that it is. The whole goal is for me to die. I've been in this program with this gang stalking shit since 2016. So yeah. She wouldn't trust anybody. Yeah, well, I don't trust anyone either, because now it's at a point where it's like I can't trust anybody. I can't even trust anyone. I can't trust that anybody's a genuine friend. Every time that I try to have a friend, it's always turns out to be gang stalking. Like, it's just crazy. So yeah. Move out. Well, I can't move anywhere because I don't have any gas. I don't have anything. And then I don't have anywhere to park because I'm homeless. So nobody wants you to park anywhere. And if you park anywhere homeless, it's a crime, or the police come. So that's another reason to kill myself. I don't even have anywhere that I could exist. I'm hated because I'm black. I'm hated on top of that. I'm hated because I'm homeless. God basically never sent anybody or anything, because the whole goal was for me to die. I'm in Colorado, which honestly, I'm in Colorado. I moved from Montana because Montana was so bad. I moved from here to Montana because here was bad. So there's nowhere for me to go in this country. That's why next month, I most likely, no, I'm not even saying next month. It's actually a couple days that I'm gonna kill myself, because I don't have any option. I don't have any option but to end my life. I don't have any gas. I have no help. I have no food. I don't have any way to make it anymore. So yeah. Prayed for her 25 plus years. God finally answered. Yeah, well, that's too long. I've already been here for 6 6 years I've been homeless and God never came through. He never answered, and my time is up. I physically cannot do this anymore. I physically cannot take one more day of this. I've begged and I've prayed for God to send help, to just let me get a break. And he never hears because it's not, I don't think he hears. He's forsaken me. And he's forsaken, yeah, but there's times that I feel bad, like, oh, why did God forsake me? But like I said, it's his plan. It's his plan. And there's nothing that can be done. And I love you too. Thank you. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm just not going to make it unless there's a miracle. But I prayed for that and it's not coming. And I prayed for years, and I don't have anything to live for, guys. I don't have a kid. I don't have a family. I don't have anything. Don't give up. See what's planned for me. There's nothing that's planned for me other than for me to die, is what I've come to the conclusion to realize. And yeah, well, soon, yeah, I am undernourished, but I have high cortisol, I guess, from stress, and I've lost everything. My whole entire life has been ruined, all thanks to Montana. That's why I gained weight, because like they fucking terrorized me, and I only felt safe to just stay in my car because they were terrorizing the hell out of me, and I didn't feel safe to even go anywhere or to even move. So I just stayed in my car, and I've gained some weight. But now I'm not eating anymore. I'm back to how my appetite is supposed to be, because I don't know why, but I had an appetite in Montana, but I don't have an appetite in Colorado, and that's how it was before, and I was really thin before, and that's what I'm going to be getting back to, hopefully. But with the cortisol being high, I don't know. And yeah, I don't have any money for food, but it's at a point where I guess God is protecting me, taking the hunger pains away, because there's times that I'm ready to just stab myself in the stomach. I don't want to have hunger. I don't want to, and I only get hungry once a day, and I don't want to eat. But if you want to see how fat I am, you can see how fat I am. Like, God doesn't feel I deserve food, so I could show you how ruined my body is, and how I'm morbidly obese. So I'm morbidly obese, yeah. So I don't need food. Yeah, so my whole body is ruined, everything. I've lost everything. My hair was cut by a fucking terrorist, Nazi fucking ex-boyfriend while I fucking slept, and I've lost everything, so I don't want to live anymore. Well, yeah, I paid $125 for this phone, and to keep the phone on, because I'm like, okay, well, let me do everything I can this month to be practical, pay for a new tire, pay for this phone, pay my Planet Fitness, and it costs all of my money. On top of paying for a car repair that I didn't even need because another white supremacist mechanic scammed me. So basically, I took for $250. And yeah, yeah. You said you've been homeless for years yourself, raised your rent more than SSI. Yeah, I unfortunately, I've never even got a chance to even have an apartment. Like every other homeless person I know at least got a chance to have an apartment. And then there's a lot of homeless that are out here because they choose to be. They're on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I don't drink. But I want drugs so I can end my life now. That's all I want, is I want a drug that's going to end my life. I've done everything right. I have all my teeth in. I'm fat. You could clearly tell I'm not on drugs. But nobody will give me any opportunity. Instead, they'll give that Section 8 housing to meth heads. And then next thing you know, there's a report on the news. Oh, there's meth head contamination. There's all, like, that's who they help. They're only going to help who's a part of this club. You have to be a meth head. That's the only people that they're going to help. They're not going to help. They're not helping me. Sorry, I'm just checking my battery. But yeah, basically, it just seems like you have to be a part of some kind of club, some part of secret cult, or you have to be a certain type of Christian or a certain Christian or something like that to be able to get any help or any resources, because I guess you just have to be part of this club. And when you're not wanted alive by anyone in this society, there's nothing that I can do. There's really nothing that I can do. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. 1 Corinthians, you are loved. You need not to resort to despair. Look how many strangers are letting you know that you are valued. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because, yeah, oh, thank you guys, thank you old school joint, thank you, yeah, because yeah, basically like these people have been telling me to commit suicide for years. Like they got online and they're telling me like, oh, go to the desert where it's hotter and well you'll die, and then they set up breaking my air conditioner. And the fact that like God hasn't sent any man to help me with my car, that I'm not being sent any help, I don't look good enough, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to live, I don't get to have what everybody else has, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of living like this, and I'm going to end my life. So that's my sad story, guys. I was molested as a child. I was caused brain damage because I had liquor shoved down my throat. And all that I've had is abusive relationships. And yeah, saying I'm a grifter, like what the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what this person is saying, but I'm gonna just block them out of this room. It's just constant that I deal with so much hatred and like so much hate. When I'm here, I'm explaining everything from the beginning of why I'm homeless and why I am in the situation I'm in. I'm disabled from what was done to me as a child. And my brain does not function like everybody else's because my dad shoved alcohol down my throat as a young child, and my mom did stuff while she was pregnant with me. And yeah, so I'm a mistake, and God makes mistakes. And yeah, I don't want it to be the end. I want to live. I want to be able to just live a good life like everybody else, but God never gave me a chance. Ever. And I don't have any other choice but to just end it, because that's what God is showing me, that I need to just give up. Yeah, hi, thanks. I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much, you too, thanks. Well, that was nice. This guy walking by said he hopes I have a good day, but truthfully, in reality, nobody cares about me. I held a sign asking people for help, saying that I have a job I'm trying to get to, that I'm trying to get to this job, and nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. Nobody cares about me. They only care about men. And like, I don't know, I'm just so tired of living. I hate that God. Not only do I hate that God made me black, I hate that God made me a woman. Only men really get to have everything in life. They get to be comfortable, you know? And like holding a sign, I can only make $2. Meanwhile, a man can make $60. They can make $120. Because the truth is, like, a woman's life isn't valued like a man's life. I'm not wanted alive. And there's nothing that I can do. I have asked God to send somebody to send help over and over and over for years, and he has not. And like I said, I have to realize that this is the end, because I really, really need help right now. But if I ask anybody for help, it's been like this for years where nobody will help me. But now it's at a point where it's like, it really is like nobody will help me at all. And all that I'm trying to do is just do everything right. And nobody cares. And then people were taunting me with my mental health, and they're doing this to everybody. It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna just die anyways. It's just, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe Castro. Yeah, like I have tried to keep faith. I basically, like, right now, all that I've done is try to come back to Yahweh, because they got me to like get away from Yahweh and to not pray and to give up after they ruined my YouTube. And then I've done everything I can to fix my life right now, to eat healthy. I'm trying to lose weight from all the weight that I've gained from just being stuck in my car after my ex came up to Montana trying to kill me and cut my hair and all this stuff. So I gained weight from just only being able to just stay inside my car and just locking myself in my car the whole entire day for days. So I've gained weight. I'm unhappy with my body. I hate my body. I hate everything about myself now. I don't even love myself anymore. And yeah, I just feel alone. And all that I try to do is just come back to God, and basically everything just gets destroyed. I quit smoking cigarettes. I'm doing everything I can to do everything right, but it doesn't matter. God doesn't see it. He doesn't care, and nobody will help. I just thought, oh, well, like maybe someone could help me. They could see I'm trying to work a job because this is what this fucking Matrix wants, what this fucking fat Trump orange pig wants. He's trying to take away disability or whatever the fuck it is. And I am disabled mentally, and I honestly am at a point where, like I said, I have to end my life. I don't have a choice. I don't. And yeah, well, I tried to call a church and I can't get to a church, and I couldn't get to church on Sunday. Somebody had invited me to a church, but I couldn't get there on Sunday because my tire was flat. So God has made it to where I can't go anywhere. And I just called a church and I said, well, I mean, I could try to make it, but I don't have gas to make it. So I can't go to church this Sunday because God hates me. He has forsaken me. I don't get to have what everyone else has. I don't get to have a chance. And they don't want me in the church anyways because they hate my skin color. They hate me. They don't want me in the church. So I could tell on the phone that like I could already just tell the energy that I'm not wanted. I'm not given a chance. You know, is there a church that follows Yahweh? Like I was thinking about maybe should I just go to a synagogue? But then again, I don't know if a synagogue would accept me. But honestly, I feel like if I'm to try to go to a church again, I really honestly would like to go to a synagogue because honestly, with this whole religious thing, I hate Christians. I really do hate how Christians have worked to try to force me into their religion and force me into worshiping Jesus, which is idolatry. And I feel like if I'm going to try to go in any religious place, let me go to a synagogue because Jewish people are the only ones who never tried to force their religion on me. And then they've never done that. But what Christians have done is like, for instance, with this Christian guy, Julian, like he's like telling me, well, I'm doing everything wrong. Like all a Christian will do is tell me that I'm doing everything wrong. And that's why I'm where I am, even though I'm doing everything right. Basically, that's all that I feel is all that they do is judge. They're judgmental. They try to force whatever beliefs. I just don't like it. For me, I feel like I would rather go to who's been silent, who has been like, for instance, like, okay, with the Latter-day Saints, like I was going to the Mormon church. I was going to the Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints because they never tried to recruit me or anything. And I just feel like honestly, I find that I have been shown too many Christians. I have met too many Christians who really are snakes to the point where I think Julian might be the last straw of like, I am done with Christians. I'm going to be fully honest in this live right now that I'm finished. And I mean, I know that there probably is most likely like some good Christians, you know, there might, I really don't know. But all that I know is that I so far have not met one good, honest, and genuine Christian right now at this time. There is something going on where like there is real evil coming out. And I don't know, maybe there's only a few Christians that are good. Maybe we're finding out that most of them are evil. Most of them, I have no idea, but I just know that I've been burned too many times. I have been burned way too many times. And I feel like Christians are racist. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And they only will help who they choose to help, who they want to help. Like you have to be picked for this club. Same with even Black Christian churches. They probably aren't going to accept me either. They're not going to pick me and, oh, you be a part of the club. They're going to say, oh, you're doing everything wrong or you're doing this or whatever. I am done with the organized religion. I just don't feel, yeah. For years, I didn't think God was listening and you're loved when I don't go to church. I watched Charles Stanley on YouTube. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, because I feel like a church is just, there's just too many wolves in sheep clothing now. There's just too many people that are coming out that I'm realizing really aren't Christian. I'm at this point, I'm traumatized by Christianity. I am absolutely traumatized. I am at a point where, here I thought, okay, well, maybe I could restore my faith that there's good Christians out there. And then look what happened with Julian. Like, he's wishing for bad stuff to happen to my car. I get a flat tire before I go to this job that I need this job so bad. And then he basically told me, like, in a way, like, that he didn't want to help me. Like, he made me feel so bad. And yeah, I just feel like I'm traumatized. I am really traumatized. And I don't know if I can ever trust a Christian again. I really don't know if I can. I don't know. I mean, I am traumatized. I am ultimately traumatized. I am so traumatized at this point. And then to see that there are people who are Christian that know that I'm here doing the right thing. I have all my teeth. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm here trying to get a job when I'm disabled from abuse, I have physical pain in my body. I have all kind of stuff. And I have to push myself up and try to make things better, and not one person will help me. And that's where I lose hope in humanity. That's where I know that God has absolutely forsaken me. There is not one person that is supporting the fact that I got a job, but then it's like, oh, who even knows? Because I haven't gotten a call back yet about when I start. I don't know. I really don't even know, because I'm at a point where my trust is so broken in humanity. I hate all humans. I'm going to be fully honest. I pretty much do. That's why I went off grid. I ditched my car and I went off grid and I just walked away for weeks and just lived in nature on wild onions and nettle and dirty water from a river. And it seems like I could either do that again or I can commit suicide. But it's like, I just shouldn't even have to be having to even think of, oh, well, I gotta go off grid, and then nobody's even gonna come with me. Nobody's gonna come with me or help me or be with me or anything. I have to do everything on my own. But maybe that is the option, so I don't kill myself. Maybe I should go off grid again. Maybe I need to sell my car and go off grid, because God doesn't want me to have anything. These people don't want me to have anything. God hasn't sent anybody to restore anything. And I'm thinking I probably should just walk away again. It's so sad. When I walked away, there was this black man that helped me. You think, oh, black man, he's caring, whatever. And all he did was just say, oh, like, don't ever do this again. Don't ever walk away from humanity. Don't ever, don't do this ever again. And then guess what? All he did was he just ended up ghosting me and ignoring me anyways. So why would I ever rely on another human being? Why would I ever trust another human being again? It's so stupid. All that I do is I trust people and I just end up getting burned. They just turn on me. They flip on me out of nowhere. And I'm absolutely just so freaking tired of it. I'm so tired of it. They always like to take out their issues on me. Ever since I was a child, my mother abused me, taking out her problems on me. Every ex did the same thing, taking their problems out on me. And I am absolutely fucking done. So me ending my life is due to people. People make me want to end my life, and I am going to do it so I no longer have to deal with anybody again, because people are so evil. Everybody hates me, and there's just nothing that I can do about it. So, yeah. There's no livable, it's just not livable anymore. So, yeah. So I'm gonna take another sip of water, and I'm just seeing what time it is. Oh, it's 7:20. Okay, this library is gonna close at 8 o'clock. It's 7:20 though. But hey, what's up, Miles? Hey. Yeah, I really don't know. Thanks that God is planning something for me. I don't think I have a chance anymore. Um, I've been shown holding a sign that not one person cares about me, and not one person cares to see me do good when I told people, please help. I really need to get to this job. I just need a chance. And nobody cares. All they're going to do is just give money to these drug addicted, homeless men. And that have a cigarette in their mouth. Basically, they can get help. I can't get help. Not one person cares about me. There's not one person I can ask for help. There's nobody that fucking cares about me at all. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired. I'm just so tired, and I'm at my final breaking point. I'm at the final end here. I can't take anymore. My body can't take one more day of this heat, and my air conditioner's broken. And not one person cares about me. There's men who know how to fix it and they won't fucking help me because they're pieces of fucking shit, and every single one of them fucking hates me and wants me dead, just like my own father who molested me and wanted me dead and tried to have me killed. And then my mom tried to have me killed, and my grandmother. Everybody wants me dead. Everybody has wanted me dead. I'm not even supposed to fucking be alive, and I'm just so upset. I'm just so tired. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I just I don't know what to do. There's no one that cares for me here. There's no one in person that will help me and that cares about me. And I just wish that there was a way that I could connect with the good people online like you guys who give positive messages and help me, but everybody hates me and I can't get any help. I can't ask anybody for help. And I've tried to ask for help, like nicely, like holding a sign and just even asking like men on the street, like just, oh hey, like I'm just trying to get to this job. I got the car repairs and I got the wrong repair and all that, and not one of them fucking cares. Every single one of them wants me dead. My dad wanted me dead. That's why my dad never paid child support and made sure that we didn't have food, and I didn't have any clothes, and I didn't have any of the things that I needed. And God never has made sure that I've had anything that I've ever needed. And I'm tired. Yeah. I could try to look it up. I could try to see. Yeah, you could send it like in a comment, or I'll just try to remember. Um, yeah. Well, the crazy thing about it being the devil is the devil actually is a Christian, because it's Christians that did all of this to me. It's Iwan Automotive that ruined my car in the first place, and then I know Julian is involved. I know they're all involved, orchestrated gang stalking me. So basically, like, Christians are the devil. They're the ones who are playing the devil in this situation. They're the ones who are trying to play God. I guess maybe they felt like, oh, messing with my car, that's going to bring me to a church, for a church to help me or whatever it may be. So first of all, they don't want me in the church because I'm black. And that's the thing that they just don't understand and they don't get. I can't even love Jesus. I can't love Jesus. Jesus doesn't accept me. Jesus would only accept me if I had white skin and I had money, or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be that Jesus accepts, or I have to be a black person that they choose to choose, or I have to be, there is no hope. There is no hope. I've seen already that I'm never going to be a part of the club. I'm never going to be accepted in a Christian church, no matter if I believe in Jesus and if I do whatever they want, follow the Bible, go every Sunday. They will never help me. They will never give me an opportunity. They will never accept me. They will never let me be a member because I'm black. So it really is sad, but it is, yeah, they are fake Christians. And it's so sad because I can't meet any real Christians. God won't send any towards me, and I can't find out what church has real Christians, and I don't want to walk into any more churches and deal with racism and deal with hatred, because that's where it all started, where I learned that Jesus hates me because I'm black in a church in Montana, that they don't accept me. They don't want me. And I'm not allowed to go to any church. That's why I don't feel comfortable going to any church. I don't feel comfortable anymore. I don't. I'm traumatized. I am fucking traumatized. So I just, yeah. But yeah, thank you. I love you too. Thank you, Neslin Thomas. Thank you. I'm trying not to give up, but I have to do what God wants me to do. But the thing about it is God is going to allow me to die naturally. And I'm just speeding it up because I no longer can handle being hot. I can't handle it anymore. We had no winter at all. And now I'm stuck and I'm stranded somewhere that's hot. And I can't handle it. No one will help me. I hate it. I just hate it. I don't want to live anymore, mostly due to the fact that it's hot. I want to kill myself. I wanted to kill myself all winter because we didn't have a winter. Hi.
You're gonna have to really keep your voice down, okay?
I'm sorry. I have no one to talk to because God hates me. So this is all that I have.
Try to do your best to keep your voice down.
Thank you. This place is about to close. There's nobody even fucking around. This motherfucker's just harassing me. They do this shit all the fucking time. I'm fucking like, there's this library, there's nobody even around, whatever. But yeah, all that I'm saying is this is the kind of harassment that I deal with. This is definitely the kind of harassment I deal with. So I am tired. I'm exhausted. You're saying I don't need to go to a church to go to heaven, just restart and take it slow. Yeah, that's the thing about it, Miles, is that's what my mom always taught me, that I don't need to go to a church but it's basically like these people are trying, there's a certain group of Christians that is targeting me and trying to force me into going to a church. They're trying to force their religion on me, and that's what my dad did. My dad was trying to force the Church of Christ on me. He was involved with basically attacking me for not going to the Church of Christ along with this church that I had gone to in Billings. And I am so traumatized. Like I am basically, I know that when I do kill myself, God will understand because he has forsaken me and he's let me suffer in so much pain. He's let me suffer so painfully, and he's not answering, and he has not answered my whole life. So I know that this is what God wants. When God shows you repeatedly he's not answering your prayers, despite you following the Bible, despite you following him, despite you doing everything right. Like, I don't commit crime. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything wrong. I celibate. I follow the whole Bible and have my whole entire life. But God doesn't care. He doesn't want me here. There's nothing that I can do. Like, I know that I'm going to die soon because of the fact that, like, obviously something is wrong with me, or I don't know if it's God, but I don't have any appetite anymore. I've lost my appetite completely. Basically, there's sometimes I'll rarely, like, my stomach will growl, but I don't have an appetite anymore because God knows that. I think God knows that I don't have any food. I think God knows that it's the end. I think God knows that, I'm going to die. And I think that God is trying to have me be in the least amount of pain because honestly, I was close to stabbing myself in the stomach from the hunger pains. And, you know, all these other homeless can get drugs, they can get meth, so they don't have to feel hungry. They don't have to feel it. It's especially men. Men don't ever have to feel. So men get to live a comfortable life. They can get everything they want. They get everything they want, even when they're homeless. They don't ever have to feel. They don't ever have to feel discomfort. And it was hard today going to the cafe and then watching, I was looking at a woman, and this woman was trans. Like, I guess I realized, like, she had the pronouns like him and was like hair short and a man. And I'm just thinking like, wow, like maybe if I changed myself to look like a man and got rid of my boobs and everything, like maybe I would be treated better. And I was just starting to get upset because I was thinking, oh, maybe she's treated better. She's probably treated better because she's, like, only a man is gonna get treated good in life and always get to have what they want. Like when I grew up, my mother treated me so bad, and she told me that because I'm the girl, that's why I'm getting hit, and that's why I'm being disciplined and all this stuff because I'm the girl, and I have to be ready for all this responsibility and all this stupid shit. So I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm trying to work. Like yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do everything I can to make everything right because I'm on, disability, and like everything this month has gotten so expensive to where I never expected, like, oh, it's gonna take all of my money, and I'm never in this position ever. I haven't even been able to do laundry. I don't have any clean laundry. I have no food. I have nothing. And I got like a little bit of food from the pantry, but they didn't really have much anyways, and there's just no way for me to really cook it because it's so hot out. On top of the fact I have no ice on my cooler, I can't keep my cooler cold because I have no air conditioning, so I can't eat. So now I'm at a point where, I don't have any appetite anymore at all. I don't feel hungry. I have no appetite because I just can't get food anymore. I can't have food anymore. I'm just over it. You're saying he has sent me messages, but I need to hear them. He has not sent, there's no, God doesn't hear me, he's forsaken me, he hasn't sent me any messages, nothing. There's nothing that, obviously, unless he was telling me to go to White Sands, New Mexico, but there's no way that that's going to even be a possibility because I can't get down there. I don't have gas, and thank you for praying for me, but prayers have never worked for me. The thing about it is people have prayed for me, but it's never worked for me because it's just not meant to be. I'm not meant to be here. That's why God has never let me have a home for 6 years. On top of the fact that my whole entire life, I lived with an abusive family. I didn't leave till I was 28. My brother and my sister are in an abusive situation living with my mother, which they don't have the strength like I have to leave her crazy ass and to go be homeless and live in their cars. So my brother's 37 years old. He's 2 years older than me. He's also a Libra. He's born in October too. And he is stuck there with her. And him and my sister won't drive away. They won't leave the state. I can't even talk to them on the phone. I can't talk to my brother on the phone. They tried to label him mentally ill. I don't know what the hell went down, but I want to talk to my brother. I want to talk to my sister. I can't talk to anybody. I mostly want to talk to my brother because my brother went through the same stuff that I went through. I want to talk to my brother, and I can't talk to my brother. And I can't even figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on at all. I have no idea. And I haven't been able to talk to my brother for years. I haven't been able to talk to my grandmother. I haven't been able to talk to anybody. So I have nobody. I have no family. But my mother made me the black sheep. She has made it to where I can't talk to my brother and my sister because she has taught them to hate me, told them to hate me. It's just so effed up, So I guess they started to target my brother the same way they targeted me and started to say he's crazy and try to get him on meds and all kind of stuff. Once I left, isn't that crazy? So I no longer was the scapegoat. Now that I'm gone, they've made my brother the scapegoat. So, it's horrible. Like my mom's preventing them from getting jobs. She's a hacker, so she hacks shit. So she's preventing them getting a job. I know damn well my sister should have a job. She went to college. She's been trying to get a job for 2 years, and she is not able to find any job. No job will message her back, and that was the same thing that I went through. But the truth is that my sister has a car. My mom doesn't have a car. My sister she's got a new car now. Well, that's obviously on credit or whatever, but her old car, my mom now has, because my mom doesn't have a car. Because obviously God stopped her movement because of something she obviously was doing. I have no idea. But for some reason, like, it's like almost like she hit real rock bottom or whatever mentally. And I don't know, but it could be karma because, like I said, they were involved in hacking my YouTube. I'm pretty sure my mom hacked my YouTube. My Mermaid of Mesopotamia stole the money and she went to Hawaii with my sister. So basically, she has no car. She's hit rock bottom. She's got a car from my sister. That's pretty pathetic. You're an adult, you get in a hand-me-down car from my sister, who my sister is she's in her 20s, she's young. And to me, it's like, I just don't understand why my mother would be so selfish and so sick to think that we're going to live with her for the rest of our life. My brother is 37 years old. He's going to be there till he's 40 years old. I left when I was 28 years old. So I have chosen homelessness over living with a crazy, mentally ill bitch. Really, seriously. And I know in this whole video, you guys probably think, oh, I sound crazy. I sound mentally ill. That's because I'm at my breaking point. I'm at my breaking point. And I know that she is, first of all, she's a witch. She's done a lot of black magic. She's done a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. And my sister's not going to get a job till she leaves that house. She's got to leave that house and get away from that witch. And she can get that education, get a job, but she would have to move. So I moved and chose homelessness to get away from my mother. But I know when my mother dies, this curse will finally be over. All the black magic she's done, everything. So she's next. My dad's already been handled. She needs to be next because there is no reason why she should be holding my brother and my sister back. And you have to think about it. She has no car. So of course she's using my brother and sister for their cars to rely on them. She don't want to be alone. She's a narcissist. So this is what I've grown up with, is two narcissist parents. That's the whole situation with that. I will never go back to live with her again. I will never be abused again. I left and I got away from her at 28, and she has done a lot of stuff remotely to destroy my life, like hacking my YouTube, all that stuff. So that's all that I've gone through. It's horrible. It really is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much. Oh, that's cool, Joe Castro. Yeah, there's just so much going on, a lot of struggles, and thank you. And then let's see, I can't really say that name, Rapunzekatron or something. Okay, sorry, I hope I said that right. Say don't give up, God is with you, or you're going through. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really do. Yeah, because I'm really just going through so much right now, and I just feel so tired. And he wouldn't even think about it. I really hope that you're healed. Yeah, it's hard because it's like I just don't even know what to do. I do know that a lot of it is people who say that they are Christian, who are attacking me, who are involved in trying to sacrifice me and trying to kill me. And you just have to think about the thing about it is Christians are actually, they're doing the same thing that they say that Muslims do. Like, it's like, okay, they've been following me around covertly, trying to see if they can convert me into worshiping Jesus as a God. Which, as I had said, I like Jesus. Jesus is a great guy, but I'm not going to worship him as a God, because I will not go against the law of Moses. I will not go against the Old Testament. Yahweh is my God. My God's name is Yahweh. And I refuse to call Jesus a God. I refuse to worship him as a God. Like I said, he is a great man, but that is idolatry, and I will not do that. And the thing about it is, I am being persecuted, and I'm being targeted by certain Christians. It could be all Christians. I don't know. It could be a certain church. I have no idea, but it is very wrong. It is very sick, and it is like funny because this Julian guy was telling me, well, the thing about Muslims is if you don't want to convert to their religion, they'll kill you, they'll murder you. But Christians, all that we do is we just, we try to get somebody to turn towards Jesus. But if they don't do it, we don't try to kill them. No, you do. You all have killed, and you have murdered, and you have gang stalked millions of people who refuse to follow what you believe in and to follow you. And I am not going to do it. So if you realize, like, predominantly most of this country is Christian. Most of it is Christian, and then there's Muslim. I don't know anything about Muslim. I don't know, but what I know is that these Christians are doing the same thing that Muslims do, except they're doing it covertly. They will covertly murder you through gang stalking and through harassment if you refuse to follow Jesus. So what they're saying about Muslims is the same thing that they do. They will kill somebody who does not believe in what they believe in. So I just, yeah, I honestly, I do, like I said, I have mentioned the story of Jesus, like what I believe about Jesus, what I know that he was persecuted. I know that he was a homeless man. I know that, the way that they portray him, they kind of twist it. They make it seem as though, I don't know. It's just really twisted. They'll pull parts of the Bible that they seek fit at these churches, but they're not going to pull out the verses of the fact Jesus was homeless. How he had mentioned, well, foxes and stuff have dens, and how all these, how, but the Son of Man has no home. That's what Jesus had mentioned. The Bible's not going to mention really how Jesus had cried out how he was forsaken, and the fact that God had forsaken him. They're not gonna mention the like real facts out of the Bible. The thing about these churches is they have it set on what verses that they want to pull apart, what verses they want to ignore, what parts of the Bible that they want to ignore, and I just can't do it. I just have to. I believe what I believe, and I have the right to religious freedom. But obviously, in this country, now under this administration, there is absolutely no more right to religious freedom. And if you don't comply with being Christian, if you don't comply with being whatever Christian group or whatever this may be, I don't know, obviously, they're going to cause you to lose everything. They're going to cause you to kill yourself, or they're going to cause you whatever it may be, so I just have to accept. I have to accept it. This is biblical. I've accepted it. Let me check on the time. Sorry, y'all. It's 7:42, so I gotta wrap this up. Sorry. I gotta wrap it up. But I'm just saying that I had to accept that God is going to forsake me. And the Bible, the Revelation, what they said about, well, they said something about a synagogue of Satan who claim they are Jews or whatever, and that I believe is the Christians that are involved in attacking me, that are racist. There's a lot of racism and a lot of hatred, and you have to understand that some churches may say all are welcome, but a lot of them are secretive. They are culty. So that's the thing about it, is I feel like I just really don't know. I'm at a point where I just don't know. I'm disgusted. I have lost all trust in Christians, to be quite honest, really. And honestly, like I said, if I'm going to go into a house of worship again, I'll go to a synagogue. If someone invites me to a synagogue or something like that, I wanna see the religious place of who has not ever tried to recruit me or tried to push me into their religion. Because the thing about it with me is I kind of work like this. When you try to push me to do something, or you try to push your beliefs on me or something like that, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to really walk away. And then I'm going to try to go see, like, okay, what religion hasn't tried to push their religion on me and is just giving me the chance to just figure it out myself and to just decide to. And that's the thing. That's why I feel like, oh, I would actually like to go to a synagogue, because I feel like my whole entire life, like I went to school with all Jewish kids. They never tried to push Jesus on me. I've never met one Jewish person who ever tried to recruit and force me into their religion. But like I said, there's so much racism, so much hatred. I don't know if all is welcome at a synagogue. I don't really know, but I just know that a lot of stuff is like secretive or disguised a different way or something like that. Some of these churches are fronts for human trafficking or fronts for something else. And you're only going to become a member if you do something. Because when I just called this church, they said, oh, well, you can become a member. And then she's like, oh, being a member requires, like, you go each month. And I don't know, it just sounded kind of fishy on, like, what do you need to do to become a member? So, sorry, that's the warning, it's gonna close. I've been in this library the whole day, basically, because, how hot it is. And, yeah, so, So yeah, so like I said, it's just, yeah, I'm at my breaking point. I'm tired. I know this has been a 3 hour live, which I never expected to do, but at least I hope that there's understanding. So, um, if anything happens, yeah.
We'll be closing shortly, okay? 2 more
Okay,
minutes.
thank you. Okay. Yeah, so, I'm just glad I was able to let this all out. Thank you all so much who have cared and who, have said kind things to me. It's very rare that anybody's kind to me. Um, there's even been times that I cry and there's nobody cares, like nobody really cares at all, but um I just know that maybe when I do end my life that maybe that will change something. I mean, I hate to still be on that thought, but I just can't physically do it anymore. God has given me way more than I can handle. I have not gotten any break. If my air conditioner was fixed in my car, maybe I wouldn't feel so overheated and feel so sick, but I cannot take one more day of this heat and I'm gonna just end it all. So yeah, so that is my story. Thank you all so much who have listened to me and have had patience with me and have had understanding. I really appreciate it. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I just know that God has forsaken me my entire life, and He's really showing me at this point that He's really forsaking me. I have no help. I have not met anybody with a heart that can help me. There's no way that I can ask for help. I can't make a Cash App because my phone is hacked or whatever the hell it is, and I can't get any help. So, yeah, so there's nothing I could really do. But other than that, I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys coming on here and giving me your thoughts and speaking with me. Um, but I have to think about it how when Jesus knew he was gonna die because his friend Judas like turned on him and betrayed him and all that and it's kind of like there I already know I know that I'm gonna die. And I know that God isn't going to send help. He's already shown me that. And I have to accept that my life doesn't matter to anybody. I'm not meant to be here. I'm a mistake. And nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody wants to be my boyfriend. And it is what it is. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys again another day. I don't know I don't really have much time left though, because once it gets hot again, and if I wake up one more morning with heat and just don't get a break, I'm just going to just possibly just snap and just end it because I've had enough of being hot. I've had enough of being without a home. I've had enough of suffering. And the thing about it is I've told everybody a lot of how I've been through this abuse and all this, but nobody really cares because I'm black. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares to help. Nobody cares to give me shelter or give me help. So, yeah, I love you guys and hope you guys all have a good day. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye.